National Park, a couple of hours drive north of the greater Phoenix area. Just a spectacular Sunday afternoon. And now a look at the University of Phoenix Stadium, which opened in 2006 and is the home of the Arizona Cardinals. Bill Belichick wearing his favorite hoodie. The number 2 pencil will go into his ear shortly. Stephen Hauschka will be kicking off for the Seattle Seahawks. And New England will start on offenses. Back to receive the kick is Danny Amendola. The game is a toss-up. Both teams are terrific. Pete Carroll always enjoying the moment. Marshawn Lynch, what kind of a day will he have? And it's going to start with Skittles. So nothing else is new. Might as well just be a preseason game in August for him. Richard Sherman ready to go to work. Injured his elbow. Earl Thomas the dislocated shoulder, but both will play today as Hauschka gets ready to kick off. Super Bowl 49 underway in Glendale, Arizona. We'll start with a run back by Amendola from 5 yards deep, and to the 18-yard line he comes. And that's where New England will set up shop. Tom Brady. He said to us yesterday, after what's been going on over the last 2 weeks, he said there would not be a game I would want to win more than this one.
No shortage of red meat in front of Tom Brady for this one, is there?
He has Shane Vereen as his running back. Meanwhile, now you've got Gronkowski flanked way out to the right near the sideline. Sherman on him. Brady starts from the shotgun. That's Edelman in short motion. And the first play is a pass to the outside. It's caught near the sideline, but only a minimal gain now for Gronkowski. Bruce Irvin making the tackle, 2nd and long. Brady, 6th Super Bowl start. He's thrown 197 passes in those games. 1277 through the air, all Super Bowl records. 3 wins, 2 losses. And one of those losses came here after the 07 season to spoil the perfect season as the New York Giants did him in. LeGarrette Blount is now in the backfield. 2nd down and 8. This is Amendola coming in motion. Short drop. Pass caught on the outside. Breaking the tackle. And coming up about 2 yards shy of the first down is Amendola as he gets away from Richard Sherman. And that will set up a 3rd down and 2 for the Patriots.
Well, clearly one of the things we talked about right off the bat is how can you handle these pass rushers? That's one way. Get them on the ground with some quick throws, and then it's Richard Sherman on the outside. We have to keep an eye on that elbow. Will he be able to tackle? Will he be able to jam the receivers the way that he typically can?
In that Green Bay game, it looked like he was playing with an invisible sling. 3rd and 2. Brady, good clean pocket throws, and that'll be the game's first down as Shane Vereen makes the catch, and he's tackled there by the outside linebacker KJ Wright.
One of the things that's very difficult when you play against the Patriots, if you clear zones, you have to handle the likes of Julian Edelman and Shane Vereen with inside linebackers. Their quickness, very tough to deal with.
New England can beat you either way in the divisional game against Baltimore, 53 passes and then 40 runs against Indianapolis. This is Blount. The Seahawks expect them to be more balanced, the Patriots today. So here is Blount. He was a Patriot last year. He scored 4 touchdowns in a playoff game against Indianapolis. Then he signs with Pittsburgh. Doesn't like his role there because Le'Veon Bell was clearly the number 1 back. Walks off the field before the end of a game in November, and then winds up signing after he cleared waivers with New England. So he returns home, and he is their stud right now because Jonas Gray, their other running back, is inactive tonight. 2nd down and 8. And here's Blount. And Blount gets it up to the 35-yard line. Wright makes the defense. The Seattle defense becoming legendary right now. Their ranks this year, fewest points allowed, fewest yards allowed, 3rd against the rush, tops against the pass, and they've been doing this for the last 3 seasons. 3rd and 6. Dan Quinn, the defensive coordinator, who in the next 36 hours or so will be announced as the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. But first things first for him here, as New England comes up spread out. 5 receivers. Play clock is down to 2. 3rd and 6. Brady able to survey, throws low and incomplete. So they got 1 first down, and now they'll have to punt. Byron Maxwell covering Vereen, and Seattle will get the ball.
One of the things that's so important for the Patriots in this game is to force these defensive ends to run the loop. Go all the way around Tom Brady and then try and secure it up front to make sure that Tom Brady can step up. That time a little antsy in the pocket, got rid of it quickly, missed the throw.
Ryan Allen, the left-footed punter. Good high, deep punt. Flag is down as it's taken at the 15-yard line. Jerron Johnson came in and may have run into the kicker. If he ran into the kicker, if it's a 5-yard variety, it's still not going to be a first down. Bill Vinovich will make the call. Because that's a 5-yard penalty, it would be 4th down and 1. Roughing the kicker is a first down. Big call here.
I think he got his plant leg.
Into the kicker. Kicking team number 23. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
All right, so that's the garden variety, as it were, which means that the line of scrimmage will now be the 40-yard line. Another look here.
The rule is if you hit the plant leg, this leg, that's supposed to be 15 yards. I don't see running into the kicker right there.
Third ball, first down. Timeout.
So they decline the penalty, and Seattle gets the ball when we come back. Well, Jerron Johnson, he can smile right now, but he got away with one. Had it been roughing the kicker, it would have been a 15-yard penalty and a first down. Here it is again, Chris.
So the non-kicking leg, when you hit that leg, that's 15 yards and an automatic first down without question. Bill Vinovich's call, and he missed it.
So it would have been 4th and 1. New England declines the penalty. They'll take the play. That was a 49-yard punt. The ball is at the 16-yard line, and Lynch carries beast mode up to the 20-yard line before he's tackled by half of the state of Massachusetts. Russell Wilson, when he faces Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, his career now 3 years old, he's 10-0, including a win against Tom Brady when these two teams last met in Seattle early in the season in 2012. Seattle won the game coming from behind, and Wilson said that really got us going. They had a good year in 12. Of course, they won the Super Bowl last year, and this year NFC champs again. 2nd and 7. Stacked 3 receivers to the left. Wilson had to reach down for the snap, and that's Marshawn Lynch picking up a couple. About 2 yards shy of the first third down and short.
Well, one of the things that we've seen is sometimes when Max Unger, the center, is moving to his left, the snaps go to the right. They had an issue with that in the championship game, and here we go with the early snap with the same issue.
That's a particular input. They're trying to run the read option to throw all the timing off.
No doubt.
3rd and 2. They go 4 wide here. And Lynch is going to get stacked up and stopped. So after Seattle gets that break and gets the ball after what should have been roughing, it's a 3-and-out to get the ball back.
Big Vince Wilfork right here. You need your superstars to play huge in the Super Bowl. There you go. He stands him up. It looks like he's bench pressing Justin Britt off of him. He makes contact, those huge arms. He extends them out, gains control, and makes a big play.
John Ryan to punt. It was Ryan who was holding on a fake field goal that turned into a touchdown when they were down 16-0 to Green Bay. That was a humongous play in that game. Nose down with a lot of backspin, fairly short kick. Fair catch called for and made by Edelman at the 33-yard line. Brady going back to work for his 2nd series. No score early. Super Bowl 49. Hey! everyone. You can watch this game online or on tablet. Log on to NBC Sports Live Extra. Don't miss a moment. Beautiful Sedona, Arizona. Up the road north, Oak Creek Canyon. Spectacular. Bill Belichick, #2 pencil at the ready. At least he's not wearing the flip-flops that he wore all week long. He's got his sneakers on today. Well, that was
formal wear.
Quite a scene at media day. Brady to work. Starts from the gun. From the 32. Pressure put on. Vereen with some help out in front. Takes it out to the 35-yard line. That's a short gain. Keep an eye, Chris, obviously on Cam Chancellor, who got banged up in practice the other day. Hurt his knee and wearing a brace.
Yeah, and he's not a speed player anyway. He's essentially, as Bill Belichick calls him, a linebacker. He's so close to the line of scrimmage. But he is the hammer on the back end, the guy that delivers those big hits. And you just have to wonder now, if he does get in man coverage situations, will he be the same?
Chancellor plays down low. Earl Thomas plays deep. Now you've got Devlin in at fullback. The fake to Blunt, and Brady flips it to the side for a first down. Julian Edelman taken out there by Byron Maxwell.
And this is exactly the kind of game that the New England Patriots and Tom Brady wants to play here. You have to get the ball out of your hands quickly whenever you play against Seattle. As a matter of fact, Seattle in practice this week, at 2.3 seconds, the coaches blew the whistle. They said you will not have any more time than that to get to Tom Brady.
8:12 left in the opening quarter. Patriots line up Cameron Fleming, a tackle, as eligible. They did that 28 times in the AFC Championship game, and a nice little hole here exploited by Blunt, taking it across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And that'll make it 2nd down and 5 for the Pats.
Ryan Wendell, one of their best run blockers, is going to lead the way on the power play here. And this is what the Patriots are hoping to do. The buzzword for them this week was control. We have to control the game. They're hoping for 30, 35 runs in this game with LeGarrette Blount.
And Blount in again. Now you've got Devlin as the fullback. He scored a touchdown in the championship game. Blount says something to Devlin at the end as the snap from Brady to Blount, and he gets gang tackled as he reaches the 48-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Tony McDaniel right in the middle for the tackle. Josh McDaniels is the offensive coordinator. He had been in New England. Remember, went to Denver. That didn't work out. Went to St. Louis for a little while. Now back as the offensive coordinator. We thought he would be much in demand with the coaching vacancies, and he was, but he has chosen to stay in New England at least for another year. 3rd and 3. Brady, a quick toss, inside slant. Can Gronkowski get the first down? He can. Chancellor is there to make the tackle. Needed 3, got 4. First down, New England.
Julian Edelman on the inside, just going to run out here. And there's a collision and a first down. Tom Brady never even got a chance to find the laces on that one. He didn't care. He found the big guy, number 87. One of the things we knew was going to happen is that they were going to challenge Nate Solder with that spin move inside. 2 years ago, 2012, they played Chris Clemens, had a lot of success against Nate Solder with that move.
Edelman in motion to the outside. Brady identifying the Mike or middle linebacker. Brady flips it again to the outside. Vereen. Shane Vereen to the 40. Boy, it's been a merry-go-rounded running back for the Patriots this year. They started with Stephen Ridley. He got hurt. Then Vereen. Then Jonas Gray came on and was spectacular for a while. Missed a meeting, and then they benched him and put in Blount.
There goes Vereen out. But watch after he catches this ball, how everybody comes down. 3 guys right there to make the tackle. One of the big points of emphasis in this game is no yards after the catch. If they can tackle like that all day, they'll be fine here.
Gronkowski sets up on the right side for leverage, and Blount fighting his way, trying to pick up those extra 2 yards to get the first. He's about a half yard shy as he takes it inside the 35-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1.
That was the question in this game. Which of these big backs could control the game? Marshawn Lynch, LeGarrette Blount. The Patriots say, we're a long drive team. We've got to be able to string these together like this, and so far in this one they are.
Oftentimes Brady likes to sneak, but normally it's when they get to the line earlier than this. 3rd and 1. Hands it to Blount. Swings to the outside. Turns the corner. Picks up the first down. LeGarrette Blount takes it to the 25-yard line. Earl Thomas, with that dislocated shoulder, he told us he couldn't have played if this game had been last week, makes the stop.
Bounce out all the way. They're going to come with the fullback Devlin here, who's going to get that outside edge. It looked like an inside run, but the whole way that was intended to go out on the edge. And there was Byron Maxwell, jumped inside and picked up a big first down.
Patriots 4 first downs in the game. Seattle none. They had a 3 and out. Simple play through the middle, not much there, taking it to the 24-yard line. Through the middle is Blount. In postseason play, the Seattle defense, which is spectacular, but in the regular season, as you can see, 3rd in the league, but in the 2 postseason games, and those would be the games against Carolina and against Green Bay, and Eddie Lacy had a big first 3 quarters, 133 and a half. 2nd down and 8. From the 24. The fake to Blount. The pass to Amendola. And he has a first down. Danny Amendola makes his 2nd catch.
So far, they're completely neutralizing the rush of Seattle. Here we go. Just right out in the flat. Looked like Brady gave a little look inside. Jeremy Lane bit on that. And so far, this drive could not be going any better for Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator. Exactly what he hoped for. Be able to pound it, quick passes.
Brady has missed only 1 pass, 8 of his first 9. The ball is at the 14. Tom again protected well, throws to the outside to the 10-yard line. That'll be about a 4-yard gain as Omano Inui makes the catch. In the red zone, the New England Patriots, they've been inside the 20-yard line on 10 occasions. They've scored 9 touchdowns. And you're talking about Brady, Chris. Look, most quarterbacks obviously will be better in a clean pocket, but Tom, the difference between him in a clean pocket and getting contacted is enormous.
Yeah, it's easy to have a clean pocket when you're throwing it after about a second and a half.
That's right. Part of the game plan. 2nd and 6. And it's stuffed in the backfield. LeGarrette Blount, that's Michael Bennett, number 72, a guy who, in what is pretty much a standard type of defense, they let the guys just do their jobs. He's the one guy who moves around on the line.
Right there. We'll play all 5 defensive line positions, and it's his quickness that is the biggest concern for Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. He is a guy that they are going to try and double team and hit on a secondary shot from the center or somebody else, because his quickness creates real problems.
They've had the ball 7.5 minutes, half the quarter, 3rd and 6. Brady dancing, and it is picked at the 5-yard line. Jeremy Lane still on the run, tripped up. Pete Carroll right there to salute him. So the drive ends on a 3rd and 6 as Lane picks it off. And he's down. So they look at him, but he gets the ball back for these guys. And Russell Wilson back to work, intercepted at the goal
line. Super Bowl 49 on NBC is
league for 3 years. They've wrapped up his left arm. That's the first interception, regular season or postseason, in his 3 years, but he pays the price as he gets carted back to the locker room. Brady under some pressure that time. That was a 13-play, 58-yard drive. It took 7:41, ends with a pick.
Hard to believe that Tom Brady just made that mistake. Under pressure, yes, but really just threw that one up.
New England's run 19 plays. Seattle's run 3. All of them runs by Lynch. This time it is Wilson looking downfield. Takes care of Ninkovich with a good fake. And there he goes, sliding to a stop at the 21-yard line. And that's where Russell Wilson can really kill you, not only with his arms, but with his legs, and back to go to the interception.
Well, here comes Bennett. Schofield's going to go down inside. Watch how long Bennett waits. Wait. Here he comes, and now attacks Tom Brady. And as soon as Brady sees him, he basically tried to just lean back a little bit and threw it right into the arms of Jeremy Lane. Huge mistake.
Second down and 3. Wilson gets to throw a pass. Here's Lynch. And look at Lynch. So typical of Lynch. Turns his shoulders. They call him a split-legged runner. You see how he's built. Powerful. Knocks over people. Has had some of the greatest runs we've seen in the last 5 years. First down here.
Yeah, in the last 4 years, no one's has more rushing yards, 100-yard games, or rushing touchdowns than this guy. They call him beast mode, and you see why. These are large human beings, and they simply cannot get him on the ground. You see it game after game that we do.
Now Wilson with 5 receivers. Just a 3-man rush from New England, and a spy on Wilson. Has time, can't get any pressure on him. There he goes again, looking for the first time, but coming up to make the tackle is Darrelle Revis. And that is a very fast first quarter that has just come to an end. End of 1. Super Bowl 49, New England nothing, Seattle nothing. Super Bowl 49 on NBC continues after this.
Waiting all day for a Super Bowl fight.
Back to Glendale, Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle Tafoya. There are your numbers through the first quarter. New England had that long drive, and that was ended when Lane picked off the pass. That's the 1 turnover. You know, we talked to Pete Carroll yesterday. Before we talk about that, let's go to Michelle for an injury update.
You mentioned Jeremy Lane. It was a costly interception, Al. He is doubtful with a left wrist injury. He has gone back for x-rays. You saw him carted back to the locker room. But that may be the only play he makes tonight, Al.
All right, thank you, Michelle. Hit by Julian Edelman at the end of the play. Second down and 12. Here's Lynch. You know, Chris, we talked to Pete Carroll yesterday. I said, do you think this starts like the Hagler-Hearns fight where the guys come out and just try to kill each other at the outset? Or is this more like, you know, you're parrying, you're trying to feel your way through? That's the way it started.
Yeah, these two great coaches, they want to see what the other one's going to do. And we've seen it in Super Bowls before. Somehow Bill Belichick has a way of playing it a little bit close to the vest. But that's a huge miss right there. When you're playing against a defense like that, you can't turn it over when points are sitting there for you.
3rd and 9 with 5 receivers out there. Wilson is under some pressure. But there he is escaping and surveying. Now we'll go back the other way. He gets a nice block. And the pass is incomplete. Downfield intended for Brian Walters, so nobody could get open. Pressure was put on 4th and 9.
Well, here's the key. The Patriots are going all man-to-man coverage. Look, across the board, there's Revis right there on Doug Baldwin. That's going to be his match throughout the course of the day. The receivers are scrambling around trying to make a play. There just was absolutely nobody open anywhere. And for Russell Wilson, he really needs to find a little rhythm throwing the ball, but so far this coverage too much.
Oh, for 1 is Wilson. The other play was a sack. Revis got credit for a sack on the play that ended the first quarter. Now the kick here by John Ryan. Julian Edelman, short kick, fields at the 34. Does a little dancing to the outside. Tackled after a run back with 2 by Brock Coyle. Early second quarter in Arizona. No score. Not a lot of people will leave their seats at halftime because you've got the Pepsi Super Bowl 49 halftime show. Katy Perry and Lenny Kravitz coming up at halftime. Another spectacular shot of the Grand Canyon. Late afternoon here at the University of Phoenix Stadium. Darrell Bevel going over things with Russell Wilson, and Brady starts the stride from the 35-yard line. Blunt is the back, and errant snap, but he collects it and then hits Amendola, who's now caught 3, and that's the first down before Earl Thomas runs him into the Patriot bench.
Well, we've seen Michael Bennett have an early impact on this game from several different places. Dan Conley unable to get his hands on him. Then in the run game, Ryan Wendell, who can't block him. And then the stunt, where he's going to come all the way around, and this pressure leads to the big interception.
That was a gain of 17 on the last play. Good play fake, good play action, but good coverage on the other side, incomplete. Harold Simon makes a nice play. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver, and Simon is in for Lane, who is most likely done for the day. So there is your new nickel. And boy, that Legion of Boom right now. Lane, who's kind of a supporting actor, is out. You've got the elbow for Sherman. You got Chancellor's knee, and you have Thomas's shoulder.
And Simon's got a brace there. I mean, it's that time of year, Al. You just have to strap it on and go play.
Marine is the back in this set. There goes Edelman out of the slot. Brady, quick flip over the middle, caught. That's Brandon LaFell. Had a nice year, came over from Carolina. Played 4 years there, was an unrestricted free agent. Going to make it 3rd down and 3.
Here's the changeup right here. Now you see what's called a bull rush. So they set him up with a spin move inside Nate Solder. They've been outside, and that time they try to go right down the middle. So far, Nate Solder's holding up well.
Solder, the only first-round draft choice, starting for the Patriot offense. 3rd and 3. Brady out of the pocket. And he connects here, and that'll be a first down. Green to the outside, and Bobby Wagner clapping his hands. Should have stopped him, couldn't. First down.
Well, here's what's happening, Al. They are just basically, you know, in basketball, you clear a zone, you let a Michael Jordan or somebody go one-on-one. It's the same sort of thing that's happening here. Shane Vereen, they're clearing out a zone, letting him get into a zone with one of those linebackers and just try and make some adjustments, get him the ball, and allow him to break a tackle and pick up a first down.
Surgical. Sherman on the outside lined up at the bottom against LaFell. Brady, good play fake, good time. Deepest pass of the day for him, and it's incomplete. Gronkowski with some contact at the end of the play, but there is no flag. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well, that's a good sign for Seahawk fans, because here's Cam Chancellor's first shot running down the field against Gronkowski. Almost came back underneath and made the play. But so many times we see this New England offense really get a jump start when Gronkowski starts to get into the game, and so far, not a factor.
You know, in all of Brady's Super Bowls, 3 wins, 2 losses, on passes that he's thrown more than 20 yards from the line of scrimmage, he's 1 for 22. So he's been great on the short stuff. Here he hands the ball off on 2nd down. It goes to Shane Vereen to the 35-yard line. Gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down.
You know, some of the quickness now starting to show up, and for Pete Carroll, he has to be so proud of his defense. You think of what they did in that championship game against Green Bay, surviving all those turnovers. And here comes Bennett again inside, flying through there. Even when they're on the backside, you have to be ready for that quickness.
3rd and 9. This will be the 26th play run by New England. Seattle has run 8. Brady protected again, throws, caught on the run by Edelman. He'll take the ball to about the 10-yard line. Julian Edelman gets free over the middle. On a 3rd and 9 play, that's 23 yards.
So the injury showing up already here now. Jeremy Lane would be in that position. Now it's Harold Simon and Julian Edelman too quick. So you wondered whether or not they would attack down the field against the Richard Shermans. Clearly, they have not tried to do any of that. But these inside routes, the quickness of those 2 guys, Shane Vereen, Julian Edelman, now showing up.
So the second deep surge by New England. The first ended with the interception. And this is Blunt going nowhere. Gain of 1 to the 11-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Well, we've got our first little tackle eligible play here. Of course, that was a big part of the conversation earlier. So you get Cameron Fleming in there. He would have been eligible, but that one's just sort of a bluff. Will they come back and have some sort of a play where he's eligible, receivers ineligible? We've seen them all from Josh McDaniels.
Yes, we have. Fleming over 24 times, reporting as eligible against Indianapolis. 2nd and 9. Brady throws, caught, LaFell, touchdown. Brandon LaFell from Carolina to New England as a free agent makes the catch, and New England strikes first.
Going right after Harold Simon. You knew it was going to happen. Hard slant inside, and then watch the tail end of this play. It is Earl Thomas that comes over, and Simon ends up holding his arm or shoulder after taking the brunt of that hit. They don't have many corners left to play, so they need all these guys to stay healthy.
Gostowski for the extra point. So Brady puts Simon in the crosshairs. It's LaFell for the touchdown. 9:47 left in the half. 7-0 Patriots. Throughout the 48th state, only Hawaii and Alaska have been in the Union a shorter period of time. All right, Russell Wilson ready to come back out. 9 first downs for New England, 1 for Seattle. Total plays 28-8. Gostowski to kick off, and Doug Baldwin will move to his right and just let it flop out of the end zone. 9:47 left in the half. Wilson ready to take over, start this next drive from the 20-yard line in Super Bowl 49. Russell Wilson, superstar, a little pictorial, drafted by the Colorado Rockies, played minor league baseball. Started at North Carolina State, had a year of eligibility left, but chose to go to Wisconsin, do it there. 3rd round pick by the Hawks in 12, started on opening day, hasn't missed a start since. Raised the Lombardi Trophy last year and told us when he put it down, all he could think about was doing it again next year. Well, here is next year, and he's going to get sacked again for the 2nd time at the 18-yard line. Chandler Jones comes in to take him down, make it 2nd down and 12.
Know exactly what happens here, but Russell Okun's going to pull out, and Chandler Jones is going to end up on the guard, James Carpenter. And Marshawn Lynch, when he was coming out for the route, kind of knocked Carpenter off. So far here, Russell Wilson has got nothing going at all, sort of like the beginning of the championship game against Green Bay. 0 for 4 in that one, 4 interceptions until 4 minutes to go in the game, a quarterback rating of 7.
Wilson hasn't completed a pass. Brady's completed 14. To the 21-yard line goes Lynch, tackled there by Jamie Collins, setting up a 3rd down and long, make it 3rd and 8.
It's one of the really interesting moves here. They're bringing Jamie Collins here to the middle of the field because they wanted to be able to go sideline to sideline with him. The feeling was that not only could he end up sniffing out the runs of Marshawn Lynch, but if Russell Wilson starts to get loose on the edge, he could run him down as well. A very significant player in this game, Jamie Collins.
8.5 left in the half. 3rd and 8. Wilson going deep down the sideline and broken up. Logan Ryan, the nickel, knocked it away from Jermaine Kearse, and it's another quick 3 and out for the Seahawks.
You're going to ask me what the storyline of this game has been so far. I will tell you the utter domination in man coverage of the Patriots coverage people all over the place. There's been nowhere to throw this football. I've been watching it on almost every play. There just is nothing there. They're spying. They're taking care of Russell Wilson in case he wants to run, and the coverage people down the field are winning.
Game is almost 22 minutes old, and Wilson has not completed a pass. John Ryan, good, deep, beautiful kick. Fielded at the 17 by Edelman, runs into his own man. and then runs out of room and is taken out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. 8:05 remaining in the half. Patriots 7, Seahawks nothing. It's the old adage, defense wins Super Bowls. There's a list of the teams that led the league in fewest points and yards allowed. And only the Chiefs in the last Super Bowl before the AFL-NFL merger would have lost, but they lost to the NFL's #1 defense as the Vikings were #1. They were the team that lost to the Kansas City Chiefs back in Super Bowl IV, and then the merger took place the next year.
Defense can't win anything, though, if your offense isn't doing anything on their side. 140 to 22, the total yards.
Crazy.
Goodness gracious.
They've got Gronkowski outside. LaFella's on the slot to the left. So they start to pick on Simon again. Edelman now sets up on the left side. He's got 3 guys coming out of the left side. Looks that way and has it batted down at the line of scrimmage. It's Tony McDaniel, 6'7", 305 out of Tennessee. Batting, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and I think that's a good strategy because now Brady has got them so frustrated with these quick throws. You're not seeing the pass rushers of Seattle even making moves. They're basically having to just go push into the offensive lineman and then try to get their hands up because there's no way they're going to get there.
3 receivers are set on the left side again. Brady checking the middle, throws, cutting over the middle is Julian Edelman. They tackle him. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Bobby Wagner, the middle linebacker, who was so instrumental in the success of this team when he got healthy, makes the stop.
All right, here's Bobby Wagner right here. And what they're doing is they're running Shane Vereen out of the backfield. Then they're running the tight end or slot on that side up the seam. So all they're doing is clearing out an entire zone and leaving Edelman one-on-one with Bobby Wagner, and they're winning the game with that strategy.
3rd and 3. Vereen, motion to the inside. Brady escaping, turns the shoulders in. The pass was deflected and incomplete. So it's 4th down.
Looked like Tom Brady was looking down the field and his receiver got knocked down, so he basically just tried to hold on to it. He saw his receiver on the ground. Couldn't tell who that was. Maybe Edelman? Every receiver was on the ground. Gronkowski and Edelman kind of ran into each other, and Brady said, I better not throw this one.
So that's the first 3 and out. Ryan Allen to punt. Brian Walters set to run it back. And it bounces at the 29-yard line. And Arrington is there to have it whistled dead at the 30. Wilson back to work. Seattle looking for something on offense. Who's here? Well, John Travolta, there he is. Kevin Hart sitting next to Will Ferrell. A few jokes in that luxury suite. Mark Wahlberg loves his New England teams. Kenny Chesney looking on. Steven Tyler is also a huge Patriot fan, and we have royalty as well from Liverpool. Paul McCartney. Now, from the 30, they start this drive to the Seahawks with Lynch. And Lynch with some tough running, always tough running from Marshawn up to the 35-yard line, gain of 5. Matt Patricia is the defensive coordinator. He's done a great job. And one of these guys who maybe next year will be in line to be interviewed for the head coaching spot.
So many of these runs of Marshawn Lynch, when they start left, they go back right. And the Patriots are kind of crashing in from that side and trying to take away that cutback lane, and it's been working pretty well so far.
Let's see what happens here. This time straight ahead, but just backs his way for an extra yard, a yard and a half to set up a 3rd down and short.
Dante Hightower right here, the big guy in the middle. Just going to try and come in there, and they're just trying to occupy every single lane that there is. Just don't allow that big guy to get started, because when he starts with those jump cuts, Hightower, Jamie Collins, none of them are going to get him.
3rd down, a yard and a half. And a whistle here. We've had a penalty-free game. We had one penalty and it was declined. Bill Vinovich will finally take the mic.
False start. Offense number 82. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
So a 3rd and 1 becomes a 3rd and 6. That's Luke Wilson, 82, the tight end. And that's the second longest into a game without a completion. New England in Super Bowl 20 going all the way back. It's against the 85 Bears. They got their first completion with 5 minutes to go in the half. We have 5:44 here, but a 3rd down and 6 now. From the 34-yard line to the outside. Caught. Can he get the first down? Well, we'll see where they spot it. They're going to give him a pretty good spot here as Browner is able to tackle Curse. And they're going to spot it right at the 40, and that will be a first down.
And desperately needed here at the top of the screen going against Brandon Browner, of course, a former member of the Legion of Boom. Does he get that thing turned over? I think he does. Pretty good spot there. And that was a big one. You get the penalty, you get knocked back from a 3rd and 1, and finally Russell Wilson steps up and makes a play.
So Curse catches Wilson's first completion. And now Lynch to the 45. You know, you look at these Seattle receivers, Chris, it's a funny group. I mean, they don't get a lot of headlines. None of them were drafted, none. Remember last year they had Golden Tate, he went to Detroit. They had Percy Harvin. They thought he would be a star this year for them. And then he ran his way out of Seattle and they traded him to the New York Jets. Paul Richardson, a rookie, got hurt. So all 5 of the guys who are receivers are free agents.
Yeah, and they get upset when anybody says negative things about them. But here's their moment. This is when they're going to have to win the game, and Luke Wilson needs to help as well.
The fake. Wilson, who's got a great arm, downfield, turning and making the catch. Twisting and turning is Chris Matthews. Another of those free agents, a guy who has played very little offense this year, but the guy who recovered that onside kick that was so huge in the NFC Championship game.
And he's a big guy. I remember watching in practice the other day how great Russell Wilson was at throwing the deep ball. Finally, now it gets one completion, they take a shot, and now this substitution is happening, and the referees are holding up play so they can't get that quick snap.
They race to the line. Here's Lynch. And Lynch takes the ball to the 7 as the crowd chants beast, at least the Seattle portion. Another catch, a look at the catch by Chris Matthews, who did not catch a pass this season.
Look at that. How about that one? Arrington all over him in perfect coverage. But the one thing I love watching with Russell Wilson, not only does he throw the deep ball well, but he throws them high. He has enough strength in his arm to get it up high so a big, tall receiver like Matthews can go up and get it.
Tuipulotu is now in the game at fullback to provide leverage for Lynch. Here goes Lynch to the left side. He gets it down to the 2-yard line. Chandler Jones makes the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and a long yard.
Well, I tell you what, Chandler Jones just took the helmet right off of James Carpenter on that one. There is some fights going on inside in this football game. This is just man on man. Here we go right here. I mean, this is up and down the line. You can almost pick out any battle you want to see. Hightower, Jamie Collins, Chandler Jones. It's like that all the way up and down this line.
3rd and 2 from the 3. Wilson to Lynch. Touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, who led the league in touchdowns this season, with 17. 13 on the ground. It's all set up by the pass to Matthews, and we're an extra point away from a tie game.
And once you get Vince Wilfork contained, they get the double team on him, and then we've seen it so many times. Marshawn Lynch, you give him a little space, they hit the big pass, and now the running game finally opens up, and Seattle, after doing nothing, answers in a big way.
They got a little brawl, helmets flying off on just about every play.
Hey, we got a Super Bowl going now.
Yep.
You know, and just like Green Bay, you wonder, does it come back to haunt them in some way, not being able to convert early in this game?
You know, Dante Hightower got hurt, and he's being assisted off the field. There's the linebacker right there. Back to the bench he goes. 2:16 left in a very, very fast first half. A lot of that has to do with the fact we've had only one accepted penalty and one declined penalty.
Well, if you're a Patriots fan, Dante Hightower could not be more significant in this football game because of Marshawn Lynch.
Hightower battling a shoulder injury for much of the season. That was a 70-yard, 8-play drive, 6 rushes, 2 passes. Extra point by Hauska is good. And the Hawks finally getting it rolling with Matthews making that catch to set it up. Lynch into the end zone. 7-7. Ready to go to work. Lenny Kravitz as well. The Super Bowl halftime show from Glendale, Arizona. Looking down through the hole in the roof, the retractable roof. They grow the grass outside and then wheel it in. The grass is grown in Alabama. A bunch of trucks brought it in. And
home of?
Here you go. Home of Ken Stabler.
There you go.
Foley, Alabama.
There you go.
Down by the Gulf. So much made about the footballs and where they'd be and under lock and key, and they've been well taken care of. There they are. All of them 12.5 to 13.5 pounds. You know, Chris, I was thinking, well, you knew Neil Armstrong. Not since Armstrong stepped on the moon have more astrophysicists been interviewed on television than this week. I think we know all we ever need to know about pounds per square inch.
I tell you, that was an interesting day with the Patriots this week, though, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could not have been more direct with my questioning of Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, Robert Kraft. They all absolutely denied any knowledge, any involvement, any possibility, anything they said could have led to intentionally deflating those balls.
And you saw Robert and Jonathan Kraft. Investigation is ongoing. But Bob Kraft put all of his chips on the table when he said he wanted an apology from the league when they found out there was nothing there. Meanwhile, Amendola, before he steps out of bounds, picks up the first down at the 31-yard line. So it all started, you all know it, I mean, unless you were someplace, some other planet, but the deflated footballs, which they discovered at halftime in the Indianapolis game, and all of the wackiness and craziness that led up to tonight. But meanwhile, it's a pretty good game to this point. 2-minute warning. 7-7 in Super Bowl 49. Quarterback comparison, weird numbers. Brady with a lot of short stuff. And then the one pass to LaFell got him into the end zone. And then Wilson did not complete a pass until that last drive. Had the 6-yarder to Curse and then the 44-yarder to Matthews. Just 2 completions, but that set up Lynch to get into the end zone. And thus at the 2-minute warning, we are knotted at 7.
Well, this is when the Patriots are at their best. They led the NFL with 66 points in the final 2 minutes of the first half. See what they can do here.
And they have all of their timeouts. Starting the drive from the 31-yard line. Begin on the ground. Blunt, avoiding tacklers, fighting his way for a first down. Gets to the 41-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark it, though. Now they're going to mark it a little bit short, inches short. Second and inches.
You know, they've been starting a lot of these drives with Cameron Fleming and a tight end. That time they ran right behind him. Great drive start.
Second and inches. Brady flips it quickly. That converts. Vereen gets taken down. Bobby Wagner, the linebacker, covering him on the outside. First down.
Yeah, and that's what they've been doing. They've been taking Vereen right out of the backfield and then working him wide and creating some space inside, so that time they finally throw it to him.
Ticking down to a minute. Brady, good protection, deep on the outside and over the head and incomplete of Danny Amendola. Byron Maxwell covering. 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. Patriots, the 66 points in the final 2 minutes of the first half.
Now you want to know why Gronkowski hasn't been much of a factor. We're starting to see some of these lurk coverages. where Cam Chancellor now is walking down into the middle of the field with really no responsibility, number 31. And so if Gronkowski comes on one of those crossing routes, he's right there to pick it up.
The defense crowding the line. Now Sherman's going to go to the outside, mirroring Edelman, who gets it, and then he's just tripped up after a short gain. You had Edelman going across the formation and Sherman following him.
The old jet sweep, right? You just turn around and it's right there, and then Bruce Irvin, as athletic as he is, he just can't react to it that quickly. Nice to have somebody like a Julian Edelman on your team that can do so many things. Of course, one of the big plays of this playoff run was his touchdown pass on that double pass to Danny Amendola.
In the game against Baltimore where they erased two 14-point deficits. 3rd and 3. Oh, and jumping across, and they whistled at Debbie's. He could have gone unabated to the quarterback, was Cliff Averill. So he's offside, and that is a free first down.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 56. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
It just doesn't get worse than that. When you're in a 3rd and less than 5, everybody on that defensive line should be yelling, don't jump, don't jump, but don't jump. And then it's the veteran Cliff Averill, who was so big, I thought, in the game against Peyton Manning last year, but really has been a non-factor so far here.
Seahawks were the most penalized team in the league this season, and their opponents drew fewer penalties. It was like a 2-to-1 ratio for the Seahawks this year, their penalties against the opposition. Costly one there, the ball at the 44, first down. Brady. Low throw, but caught off the shoe tops of Shane Vereen, who gets the ball to the 26-yard line. New England with all of its timeouts, and they will elect to use their first right here.
There we go, out of the backfield. Again, clear the space, clear the zone, one-on-one route, just let them go to work. They're dropping down Earl Thomas that time in the middle of the field, but he just couldn't quite get there. You're going to win that battle against a linebacker like Bobby Wagner, but Earl Thomas kind of got picked off and might have been able to get there.
All right, coming up on the Toyota halftime report, the guys will break down the first half, tell you what each team needs to do in the second half. Two coaches who certainly know how to make adjustments. Coming up on the Toyota halftime, Bill Belichick. He's won more postseason games than any coach in history. 21. 20 of those with the Patriots. You forget he won one of those with the Cleveland Browns. Coached there for 5 years. And went to New England in 2000. You got Gronkowski matched up with Sherman at the bottom of the screen. And the pass is flipped to the outside for a short gain. Vereen gets shoved out of bounds. And it will be second down.
You know, one of the problems is if they keep going to these quick plays, you have the option, if you're Seattle, to maybe bring in some extra corners. But because of the injury to Jeremy Lane, really it's Harold Simon. They're all out there on the field already, so options limited. So right now the Patriots saying we're going to stay with this spread out look and all these receivers because we like the defensive backs on the field right now that they have.
Meanwhile, you have Sherman. You can see him. He's in the slot. And Brady's going to throw deep down the right side for Gronkowski and a touchdown. And the earthquake spike. So you've got the linebacker covering him. And Gronkowski is able to haul it in. K.J. Wright couldn't hang with him. 22 yards for the score.
Al, it's amazing is that the Patriots knew coming into this game that if K.J. Wright walked out, he was going to be about 8 yards off and way inside, and that signaled man coverage. It always signals man coverage when they're in there. There was no doubt at the snap of the ball where that one was going. Gronkowski against K.J. Wright, a mismatch. Chancellor, maybe. That one won't work.
1:45. They went 80 yards in 8 plays. Gostowski for the extra point. We have 31 seconds. Seattle has all of its timeouts. Gronkowski, who had a bad ankle the last time where they were in the Super Bowl against the Giants. Touchdown here, 14-7, Patriots. Well, that would figure. Most career TD passes in the Super Bowl, Joe Montana and Tom Brady, each with 11. 2 tonight for Tom.
Had the one mistake early, and since then it's been razor sharp, hasn't he?
28-27, 177. A lot of short stuff, but twice he's gone long, and it's paid off for him. Rafael and Gronkowski.
Amazing that the big interception by Jeremy Lane could have actually turned the game in favor of the Patriots. He goes out, and all of a sudden they don't seem to be quite the coverage team.
Great point. Lose a guy like that. Try to work around it. And this will be out of the back of the end zone. So with 31 seconds, they have all of their timeouts. Not that they'll be able to get them in with 31 seconds, but let's see if Wilson can get them into field goal range.
Nate Solder right there. Handled the spin move pretty much. And then on the other side, Sebastian Vollmer going against Michael Bennett, but the ball's out of there so quickly. He knew pre-snap all he was going to do is look off the safety. It was so easy to read the coverage, and the one thing about the Seahawks is they don't change. They've never changed. You know which coverage they're in, and I don't think they care.
Robert Turbin now in the game. Wilson is going to give it to Turbin, and Turbin's going to get free and take it out to the 39. It's a 19-yard gain. Seattle will take a timeout here. Meanwhile, back to the last drive, Chris. How big was the jumping offside of Cliff Averill? It was a 3rd down and 3 at that point.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know. I mean, is it possible that they would have picked it up anyway? Possibly, but one thing you do not want to do is make anything too easy on Tom Brady.
So Tom Brady, 20 of 27 after the wackiest 2 weeks of his career. 37. We all know the story. Drafted in the 6th round. He was the 199th pick. Got a chance to start in 2001 when Drew Bledsoe got hurt in the game against the Jets. That was Belichick's 2nd year. And the rest is history. He's ripped most of it. 24 seconds. From the 39 now. Wilson getting away. And Wilson is out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So now you have 17 seconds. Hauschka is their field goal kicker. Good range, but Hauschka did miss 3 field goals in this stadium against Arizona in December.
Jamie Collins, one of the most athletic defenders the Patriots have, could not get a hand on Russell Wilson. And the sad part about it is all the Patriots have been talking about this week in the final 2 minutes of the half of the game or in big moments. Believe me, Russell Wilson's going to pull the ball down and run with it, and they still let him get out.
17 seconds. They need about 10 yards or so and either a timeout or out of bounds. Wilson rolling away, and then he has to throw it away. So now you get down to the math. You got 11 seconds. You can still use all of the field because you have the timeouts. Hauschka's had a good year, but Hauschka, as I said, we did a Sunday night game in here in December, and he missed 3 field goals.
And he only missed 6 all year. And you just wonder, golf, right? There's a few holes, you stand there on the tee and you go, I'm not feeling too good about this one. Wonder if it happens to field goal kickers too.
Happened right here to Tiger Woods on Thursday and Friday, didn't it?
Did.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson throwing, and that'll be caught, and that'll set him up for a field goal, but a flag here. Colonel Lockett makes the catch, but it's the first time we've had a flag in the secondary. And if it's holding against the defense, they'll decline that, put him into field goal range, 6 seconds. You had
personal
Kyle
foul.
Arrington.
Face mask. Defense number 25. That penalty will be Half it into the goal. Automatic first down.
So that's at the end of the run. It gets tacked on. So if you're the Seahawks, do you dare? I mean, you have 6 seconds. I don't think you can afford it. What do you think, partner? To go for it.
I think you want to make sure you get these 3 points out of here. But it's interesting, Al, that we've talked about these receivers. It has been basically the backups, Ricardo Lockett and Chris Matthews, who have made the plays here in the first half.
So the field goal unit came out. Now the offense comes out. Now they call a timeout. So, I mean, if you think about it, to run a play in 6 seconds.
Charge timeout.
And then you run the risk of nothing left on the clock, and you are going to get the ball. Seattle will to start the second half.
Well, and I'll tell you this as well. The Patriots aren't a bunch of dummies. So you're over there with 6 seconds. They know, what do you got to do? You either got to throw a slant, you got to throw something where you catch it and throw it. So now do you want to take a chance against Bill Belichick and Matt Patricia's defense of sort of tipping your hand as to what you're going to do in this situation? We're going to try it.
Yep. Very risky. Very fascinating.
Obviously, you can't take a sack, can't scramble around. It's got to be a catch and throw, and I'm going to guess Russell Wilson's been told unless it is perfect, throw it away.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the NBA, catch and shoot time.
Yeah.
Get it and get rid of it. So Pete Carroll going against the grain, all things considered. 6 seconds, that's the key here. Wilson winding up in the shotgun, and now New England's going to take a timeout.
Second charge timeout. New England.
So they took a look at that set.
Timeout.
And now Wilson will come over and discuss things with the guys on the sideline. Little recap of the game. Jeremy Lane with that big interception to stymie the drive, but then he got hurt. Chris Matthews didn't catch a pass all season, a 44-yard reception, setting up a Lynch score. Then Gronkowski beats KJ Wright, calls it in from Brady, and we get to 14-7 in that manner.
You know, if you are going to take a shot here, you would think maybe Chris Matthews. Here's a guy that's 6'5", 218 pounds, red zone threat. Throw it up, give him a chance going against one of these smaller corners.
We'll see. You got Lockett and Curse going to the right.
There's Matthews at the bottom.
Yep, Matthews outside. Baldwin in the slot. He's got to get rid of it in a hurry. And he does, and it's caught! Touchdown! Chris Matthews! How crazy. Another one of the Seattle free agents. You don't even hear about him until he recovers the onside kick against Green Bay. Tonight a 44-yard reception, and here a touchdown reception. What a gutsy call.
Yeah, and you go, okay, Chris Matthews is the fourth receiver, and Logan Ryan's your fourth corner, but the size differential alone at that moment said maybe Chris Matthews should be the #1 guy that we cover here. What a great call there by Pete Carroll.
Extra point is good. So instead of it being 14-10 or 14-7, each team with a touchdown in the final 2:14, and we're knotted at 14.
All Russell Wilson had time to do was catch it and throw it. I'm not so sure that if he had tried to throw a fade into the back of the end zone that the clock wouldn't have expired. Instead, what they do, they throw a bullet. Back shoulder play as Logan Ryan backed into the end zone, and Tom Brady, the wry smile. Well, it is what we thought it might be. One of these kind of games. Two great coaches, gutsy calls. Wow.
You know, both of these teams, they have their superstars, but they just add these guys. They come out of nowhere. You don't hear very much about them. New England's done this for years, and Seattle with Pete Carroll and their great GM John Schneider. You know, people say, how can you draft Russell Wilson in the 3rd round? We know how that turned out. Picks up guys like Chris Matthews. What a difference it makes.
Yeah, and they have specific roles, right? Chris Matthews, one of those guys, a big receiver. I bet you he'd be good down in the red zone. Let's see if he can make a play. Look what happened.
And a bouncing ball will be fielded at the 31-yard line. And that's Devlin who takes a knee. And that will take us to halftime with a lot coming up at the half. Seattle's going to get the second half kickoff. What a drive there. 80 yards, 5 plays. They ran it twice, threw it 3 times. It took 29 seconds for the Seahawks. Another look at the touchdown here.
Just a bullet throw, back shoulder, knew exactly what he wanted to do with it. Get it up high to the 6'5". Chris Matthews, no chance for Logan Ryan.
Well, the Pepsi Super Bowl 49 halftime show featuring Katy Perry coming up when we...
Welcomes you to the Pepsi Super Bowl 49 halftime show.
Scared to rock the boat and make a mess, so I said quietly,
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel just a paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screens, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you? 'Cause there's a spark in you. You just gotta guide the light and let it shine. Just love the night, let the light of your life. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show me what you want. Make them go as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make them go you're gonna leave them falling down. Even running at the road, it's always been inside of you, and now it's time to let it through. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make them go you're gonna leave them falling down. Even running at the
From National Football League, thank you for
Fireworks in the Katy Perry show wrapping up. Pretty spectacular for the crowd here. You know, Chris, what about that drive at the end of the first half? It's 14-7. They went 80 yards in 5 plays. It took them 29 seconds to run 5 plays and get into the end zone.
And you know, it really kind of started because Robert Turbin got that first run.
Big.
And they said, okay, now let's go timeout. Now let's see what we can do. But some pretty big mistakes there by the Patriots defense in that final stretch of time.
Russell Wilson told us the halftime was so long, he took his uniform off,
Yeah.
took a shower, put a clean uniform on to get ready. Well, you know what they say, cleanliness is next to godliness, right? So let's see what happens.
There it was. Great first half, though.
Gostowski's kickoff goes through the end zone. Seattle will take over the 20, and we go to Michelle.
Well, I just spoke with Pete Carroll, who said after the injury to Jeremy Lane, they will not make adjustments in that secondary. He's happy with the players they've got. He just said, we got to go beat the hell out of some other players and do what we came here to do. As for Bill Belichick, he said this game is no mystery. It's a player's game. Whichever players play best in the second half will be champions, and that's the way it should be.
All right, thank you, Michelle. Great chess match. Two guys who have only faced each other twice before. Believe it or not, these two guys faced each other in 1994. Belichick, the head coach of Cleveland. Pete Carroll in his 1 year with the New York Jets. And off we go in the second half. Starting with Lynch. They've done a good job bottling him up tonight. He goes to the 23-yard line, his 13th carry, but only for 48 yards. The buzz, Brady, his numbers, 11 career Super Bowl TD passes, including 2 in the first half. Russell Wilson took him a long time to get started. Didn't have a completion until there were about 5.5 minutes left in the half. Through that TD pass at the end. Chris Matthews didn't make a single catch this year or in his career. 4th player to make his first catch ever in the Super Bowl. 3rd Super Bowl game of the 49, tied at the half. Lynch in the backfield. Give it to him. Marshawn Lynch off and running. His biggest carry of the night, his biggest gain out to the 38-yard line for a first down. Carroll happy about that.
Got to be careful. You're trying to step up here and come around here, and you just create a lane. If you get the first linebacker blocked, which J.R. Sweezy does, now you get that big guy in the secondary, and look out. The Patriots knew that to start the second half, the Seahawks are a team that want to come out and pound the football, and so far that's exactly what's happening.
As they did against Green Bay. Now they run play action. Wilson going deep, and it's caught again. Chris Matthews. Can you believe what's going on? This is a guy working at a Foot Locker store. When the Seahawks called him and said, come on and try out, he had to tell his boss, let me get out of work early. I have to fly up to Seattle.
Well, I'll say one thing for Chris Matthews. He knows how to subtly work it. A little nudge in the back right there against Kyle Arrington, but enough for him. Just a little. Got Arrington going forward, and his size is the difference. Look at the height that Russell Wilson puts on that ball. Perfect. We saw him make so many throws like that in practice.
From the 17, now it's Lynch. Typical Lynch right here. Moving the pile forward. Taking it to the 10-yard line.
Now this is what I love about Seattle's offensive line. They love Marshawn Lynch, and at the end of plays so many times, you'll see the offensive lineman come down the field and sort of get on his back and start to push him, almost like a rugby scrum of some kind, and just push him right down the field. But if that guy gets going, everything starts to work. The read option, the bootleg game, all that starts to work for this offense.
Lynch out, Turbin in. Baldwin in motion. Fake it to him, give it to Turbin. And he'll get wrestled down a yard short of the first down. Spot the ball at the 8-yard line. Third one.
I'll tell you who's having a really nice game so far is J.R. Sweezy. We have seen him right on some big blocks he's had to take on Vince Wilfork most of the night. A very solid run blocker all season long. And this former defensive lineman's coming out here a little angry to start the second half.
You got a stack at the bottom of the screen, including Matthews there. You got Lynch back in the game. It's third down and 1. And Lynch is going to get stopped, and that is Rob Ninkovich. He couldn't get by Ninkovich there, and that's going to set up fourth down, and here comes the field goal group.
Right off the edge. Nobody blocked him. Come right down the line here, and that's just a veteran player understanding the situation. Going to give the ball to Marshawn Lynch, and he just beats him to the punch.
And that sets up a 27-yard field goal attempt for Stephen Hauska. 2 for 2 at the Meadowlands last year. And that gives the Seattle Seahawks their first lead of the night. 11:09 remaining in the third quarter. The reigning champs up by 3. Bud Light, the desert sky. After a weekend, we had some rain on Friday, more rain yesterday, a lot of fog this morning, cleared up late morning. Beautiful tonight. Roof open. Good game, 17-14. Belichick working with his defense on the sideline, and Tom Brady ready to get the ball for the first time in the second half.
You only have to say one thing. Somebody go cover Chris Matthews.
Please. Hauska's kick results in a touchback. So Brady, who's 20 of 27 for 177 and 2 TDs, back to work after the Matthews touchdown catch tied it. This one set up the field goal. Doesn't get much better. Bill Belichick took over in 2000. Brady took over as the starter in 01, most NFL title games. Head coach, quarterback duo go back to Otto Graham and Paul Brown. Vince Lombardi, of course, and Bart Starr, 4 NFL championship games and Super Bowls 1 and 2. And Brady and Belichick playing in their 6th Super Bowl. All of them have been very close. The previous 5 have been determined by 4 points or fewer. Right now we have a 3-point game. early third quarter. Brady quickly to the outside. And taken down is Edelman after a gain of a couple. Cam Chancellor right there. 2nd down and 8.
There we go. Cam Chancellor right over here, who has been sort of the underneath coverage guy, and they're trying to just isolate those big guys. Edelman has been the quickness. Shane Vereen has been the quickness. And so far, everything's going fine, and yet they look at the scoreboard, and it's 17-14 Seattle.
That's Gronkowski. Sets up on the left side, providing leverage here. Blunt can barely get out of the backfield. McDaniel is there to stop him. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for New England.
Yeah, and now comes the situation. It's big if you can get them back 3rd and 6 and keep them out of those 3rd and 2s and 3s, because now your pass rush has a chance. But so far, it has been Tom Brady's ability to get rid of the football before that pass rush can get there that has allowed them to move the ball up and down the field.
3 receivers set to the right side, and 1 will fill up on the left side on 3rd and 6. Showing blitz. Here they come. Brady gets knocked down but gets the pass away, and Gronkowski has the 1st down. So Brady gets taken to the grass but gets it away and converts.
It's unbelievable. Michael Bennett could not have gotten to Tom Brady any faster than this. Right around, right in on him, and he still doesn't get the pressure that he needs. Gronkowski on the outside. We've seen it already. If they're going to play man coverage, Seattle is going to lose those battles. Cam Chancellor, KJ Wright, this guy is just too good. Unanimous All-Pro.
Another set here with the guy lined up on the end at the right. Cameron Fleming is eligible. They run in that direction with the unbalanced line, and Blunt picks up a yard. Chancellor coming up to stuff him. 2nd down.
Now, don't you get the feeling that the Patriots have to be a little disappointed? I think they thought they were going to have a better day running the football. They've been bringing that extra offensive lineman / tight end in, and Cameron Fleming, and they just haven't been able to establish it. So it's all Tom Brady.
Definitely. They've had that 1 drive stymied on the interception, and then to get beat by a guy named Chris Matthews who's not caught a pass, and then to give up the 5-play 29-yard or 29-second drive at the end of the 1st half. Brandon Bolden is now the running back. Haven't seen him. Fake to him, and then the pass is incomplete. Brady tossing it over the middle. Pressure put on by Bennett. Was anybody in the area?
He was definitely under pressure again. Michael Bennett. Here we go, right down inside, and he's going to get there again.
Could this be grounding? Look at this here. Okay, pressure. Who's he throwing it to?
Well, that's a good question.
Hello. 3rd down and 9. Play clock at 1. Brady over the middle, and it's picked off at the 42-yard line by Bobby Wagner. 2nd interception. Bobby Wagner over the middle. There's a flag on the play. The flag is up to the 41-yard line. Averill is down. Lane had the early interception, and he got hurt and is out for the game. You've got Averill down. You've got a penalty flag downfield, and Vinovich will let us know. In the meantime, Brady's already walking off the field.
Here we go. Watch Wagner. As this comes across, he goes that way and comes back. Brady thought that he had cleared Wagner when Gronkowski settled down. Wagner athletic enough to jump back underneath it for the huge play.
And the penalty is after the play.
During the return, illegal block in the back, intercepting team number 25. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Seattle keeps the ball. 1st down.
After the pick, the penalty is on Richard Sherman for the illegal block in the back.
We're going.
And so that moves the ball back to the midfield stripe, right on the 50-yard line, with 8:07 left in the third. And there's Sherman and Wagner.
You know what, Al? Sometimes, even though you don't get the sacks, if you get the hits, it accelerates the process in the quarterback's mind. And I think that they hurried the clock of Tom Brady on that throw. That Bobby Wagner, what a difference, though. When he came back in the lineup, right? Under 10 points a game.
Missed 5 games turf toe. Picked in that same draft just ahead of Russell Wilson in 2012. Now Wilson slings one to the left side. Matthews again. This is just amazing. 41-yard line. He played in the CFL for 2 years. Was the Rookie of the Year in the Canadian Football League back in 2012.
Now, Brandon Browner is one of the biggest, baddest corners I've ever seen in my life. And Matthews at times just threw him off. I mean, these are two huge men going at it on the outside. I think they make the switch because Browner has more size. He can jump up and handle those jump balls, but now can he handle his quickness?
Second and 1 from the 41. And Lynch to move the sticks. You know, you were talking about Chris Matthews. Darrell Bevel, the offensive coordinator, nicknamed him Hardball for Chris Matthews of MSNBC, who's here at the game today. And Chris Matthews, the Seahawks Chris Matthews, says, I can't believe it. Every time I Wikipedia myself, it keeps coming up the other guy. Tomorrow, he may supplant MSNBC's Chris Matthews in the #1 spot.
Just jump right over. He may be there right now. I would say he's trending. You and I are so hip, but I would say he's trending right now.
No question. From the 38-yard line, off the pistol formation, Wilson has time. Look how elusive he is. There's a flag down, however. There it is. You saw it at the 31-yard line. And Wilson will slide to a stop at the 21. We'll get the call from Vinovich.
You cannot get a hand on Russell Wilson.
Holding. Defense number 39. 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Well, that's Brandon Browner, and that's nothing new because he draws a ton of penalties.
Now, this is hilarious. Chandler Jones, look at this. Dead to rights, right? Can't even get a finger on Russell Wilson. Wilson saw it coming the whole time. He just very casually looked like he was looking downfield, but it saw him out of the corner of his eye. Then that little move of his and takes off. This guy is something special.
Browner 39. There's the penalty. Holding on to Curse. Shoving him. Setting up a first down at the 18-yard line. Lynch still going to the 4. He's just a runaway truck. Tackled by Ninkovich.
Watch the move in the middle of the hole. Right in the middle of this run, I think that's Jamie Collins that came down there. He is, Al, you described him earlier as a split-footed runner. He runs with his feet so far apart, it allows him to make these lateral cuts, and people, really good tacklers, can't get their arms wrapped around him.
Tukuafu's the fullback. From the 4, give it to Marshawn. To the 3-yard line, he goes gain of 1, second and goal. The Hawks' last 4 drives have been touchdown, field goal, touchdown, and in progress right here.
Now here's where you really, for Tom Brady, you kind of got to just keep it together, right? Okay, you made a big mistake to start the first half. You make a big mistake here in the second half, but these two teams have played from behind during the entirety of these playoffs. No big deal.
Second and goal. Play fake. The lob wide open. Touchdown. Doug Baldwin. After the Wagner interception, 6 plays, 50 yards. Flag went down. There'll be a celebration penalty, which will be assessed on the kickoff.
Play action, you get the run game going. But let's give credit to Doug Baldwin. A veteran player.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 89. 15-yard penalty on the kickoff. Touchdown is good.
Veteran receiver knows how to use the umpire in the middle of the field to pick off the man coverage. He did it perfectly. Brilliant play by Doug Baldwin.
Doug Baldwin, his first catch, played at Stanford. There's a guy with the mother load. How about catching passes from Andrew Luck in college and Russell Wilson as a pro? Hausker for the extra point. Cash in. Touchdown after the turnover. 4:54 left in the third. The Seattle Seahawks trying to go back-to-back in the Super Bowl. Up by 10.
We saw Richard Sherman going 24. Here's what he was saying. Who's the best cornerback in all of football? Well, part of the debate, Darrelle Revis, 24, just got beat. 24. That makes me number one.
You know, he's better than half the lounge acts in Vegas. I mean, he's just taking interview sessions, the performance art. What a character. And one heck of a player, by the way. After the penalty, the kickoff from 15 yards farther back, and Danny Amendola runs it back out to the 37. It's the biggest deficit Brady has faced in any of his 6 Super Bowls. 10 points. 4:48 left in the third. Pete Carroll took over in 2010. Head coach facing his successor and former team. Go back to Super Bowl III, one of the most important games in the history of the NFL. Weeb Ewbank beat Don Shula. That's the Joe Namath game. You go back to 2002. John Gruden had left Oakland for some draft choices. Bill Callahan took over, and Gruden won a Super Bowl with the team that Tony Dungy had left at that point.
And Pete Carroll, one of the most competitive guys in all of football. When we asked him about it, he said, when I got fired, I don't think they realized what they were losing. May prove prophetic here if this still holds.
3 years there, then on to SC. And 5 years now there. And Brady throws, and the pass is caught. Edelman. Flag is down. Could be a hold at the 48-yard line. Vinovich will make the call right now.
Offense number 66. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Brian Stork, that's the center.
Right here. You can't block this guy. Michael Bennett has simply taken over the football game. Got Brian Stork, a rookie in there. Voted the Remington Award, best center in college football. Nobody's been able to block Michael Bennett all night.
You're talking to Pete Carroll the other day, fired by the Jets, fired by the Patriots. And sometimes, you know, it's a little dicey bringing it up. And he said, my therapist tells me to talk about it. 1st and 20 from the 25-yard line. Brady going deep down the left sideline and throws that one on the chalk. Intended for LaFell. We go to Michelle.
Well, Seattle's starting defensive end Cliff Averill took a heavy hit. He has gone to the locker room for a concussion evaluation. Questionable with a head injury. He was escorted off the field and to the locker room by the team internist as well as the league's unaffiliated neurotrauma consultant. So on his way to that concussion protocol, Al.
All right, thank you, Michelle. That means O'Brien Schofield, who wears number 93, comes in to take over that spot there. He is fifth-year guy out of Wisconsin. Played here with the Cardinals a couple of years ago. 2nd down and 20. And Brady will dump it off underneath. Edelman looking for room. He picks up about 6 extra yards after he was initially stopped. Gets the ball out to the 36-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Pats.
Well, here we go. Down the field, Brandon LaFell. Richard Sherman, obviously LaFell not even really looking for a pass. That's one of those underplays where he knows all along His job is to block.
Key 3rd and 9. Amendola comes this way and that way. And Brady will fire, and it is Amendola can't make the catch. Amendola with Wagner right there. And 4th and 9, and in comes the punting group.
Amendola right here, and then I think he gets a glance at Bobby Wagner coming right for his chin strap. But that's a miss by Brady. Just had a chance there. Looked like it hit him pretty good, but maybe a little flinch.
We have Wagner already with 11 tackles and an interception, and the punt cannot be saved before going into the end zone. Back comes Wilson, taking over at the 20 with a 10-point lead in Super Bowl 49.
Strategy pretty clear for the Patriots on defense. What they wanted to do is play the 4 big defensive linemen up front, put Jamie Collins in the middle of the defense, and let him run sideline to sideline and make plays. He's made some pretty nice plays inside, tracking down Marshawn Lynch. But it was the play right before the half that really made the difference. He did not get the proper leverage on Russell Wilson. Wilson's quickness has been a factor all night, and that one right there set up that touchdown right before the half. Big, big, big mistake.
Lynch has carried for 88 yards. Wilson only 3 carries, but for 39. Look at the time he has. And then caught up at the 45-yard line. Ricardo Lockett making the grab. That's a gain of 25 yards.
Ricardo Lockett kind of makes me laugh. So they go the bootleg play out of here. And watch Russell Wilson. They say he doesn't read defenses by foot. He must have looked at 4 different receivers on that play until he finally comes all the way across back to the backside. Russell Wilson is getting very comfortable. 3 touchdowns and a field goal the last 4 drives.
After no yards, no completions in the first quarter and most of the second period. Lynch, 2 tough yards. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third.
No, you watch a player like Chandler Jones have a free shot like he had on that play against Marshawn Lynch, and he barely slowed him down. And as you get into the second half, defenses and defenders, especially the big guys, get tired. And Marshawn Lynch, if you're tired, he's hard enough when you're fresh. You're tired, it gets really difficult.
A lot of speculation as to whether they'll keep him, whether they can afford him. There's some speculation that they're ready to make a big long-term deal with him going forward. Catch made on the outside. That's Jermaine Kearse. Malcolm Butler makes the tackle. Kearse, the big hero at the end of the game against Green Bay with the overtime catch. His only catch of that game after he'd been targeted 6 times. All 4 Wilson interceptions were on passes intended for him. The other one was incomplete.
How about a guy that had the game-winning touchdown in back-to-back championship games?
Amazing.
Right? NFC championship games against San Francisco on that 4th down play the year before. Comes right back with another one.
And how about a quarterback who keeps going to a guy who keeps getting intercepted every time he's targeted? 3rd and 3. Wilson surveys, and it is bobbled and dropped. That time it's Kearse again. Malcolm Butler, one of the extra defensive backs, comes in to help break it up. It'll be 4th down and 3.
They go here and back around, just a little rub route, and they got it. They had the rookie, Malcolm Butler, and that time Kearse just could not hold on to it. Huge play. That is in scoring position, or your punter comes on the field. And here comes John Ryan.
Julian Edelman sets up inside his own 10-yard line. Ooh, low snap. Picks it up and gets it away. Edelman says stay away from it. And it bounds out of bounds at the 11-yard line. 24-14. You know, you look at the path that each of these teams took. 2-2 was New England going into Week 5. They lost in Kansas City on that Monday night. The sky's falling. Seattle was 3-3. Then they were 6-4. Had that big meeting that began to turn things around.
Yeah, and go figure. Here's a team, down 16-0 against the Green Bay Packers, but their defense hung in there so well, all those turnovers in the first half to give them a chance to get to this game. And now their defense again delivering. And Russell Wilson, Marshawn Lynch putting on a show as well.
And New England knows what it's like to come from behind. They were down twice by 14 in the divisional round to the Ravens. They start this drive with Vereen taking the ball up to the 17-yard line for a short gain. Chancellor makes the tackle. That knee seems to be fine, playing with that brace today.
Yeah, interesting here, Al, that now we're getting Shane Vereen in the backfield. They've been trying to pound it in there with LeGarrette Blount, and here he comes back in the game now. But you wonder now, as a play caller, is Josh McDaniels getting a little frustrated? Sometimes Vereen, I've seen him come in at the end of other games and give him a little burst. Maybe that he's thinking it may be time.
Well, he's got Blount. They also put the fullback in there, Devlin. And Brady off play action, throws, caught. It will be a gain close to a first down. Devlin makes the catch. He scored a touchdown in the AFC Championship game. That's going to take us to the fourth quarter. So 3 in the books in Arizona, 24-14 Seattle. Super Bowl 49 continues after these messages. Seahawks under Paul Allen, GM John Schneider. Paul Allen bought the team in '97. Started Microsoft with Bill Gates. Left there in '83. Made a ton of money, but he's been a phenomenal philanthropist. Microsoft all over the place here right now. And he's given away hundreds of millions, I think even billions of dollars to fight diseases, medical research facilities, and all of the rest. But kind of an under-the-radar guy who's now watched his team get to 3 Super Bowls in the last 10 years. 3rd and 1. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle Tafoya. 15 minutes to go in regulation. 3rd and 1 from the 23-yard line in a 10-point game. Blount got him by the shirt tail. Can't get away. Tony McDaniel was able to bring him back. And that the putt on a 4th down.
We don't talk about him much, but Tony McDaniels, Kevin Williams, right up the middle, the big guys, when you have to have a stop in a 3rd and 1 situations, you have to get in the backfield to be able to slow down on LeGarrette Blount. They got the job done there.
Whatever happened to the tearaway jerseys? Low line drive kick. Coming up to field it is Walters at the 31, and he gets tackled at the 35-yard line.
Here we go, a little hard ball with Chris Matthews down the field. This is the one. This offense was stuck in the mud until Matthews made that play right before the half. 6 seconds to go. Who do you throw it to? Of course, guy doesn't have a catch on here. And then down the field against Arrington, up, maybe a little push off, gets away with it. He has been the difference in the game. Finally jump-starting that passing game.
Rod Smith of the Broncos, most yards by an undrafted free agent. Matthews played those 2 years in Canada, was the rookie of the year in the CFL. So working in a sporting goods store selling shoes when Seattle called and said, get up here for a tryout.
Can't make this up.
Yeah, right, you cannot make this up. From the 36-yard line. That's what we love about sports. Gain of 3 for Marshawn Lynch.
Now I think you're starting to see some run blitzes here out of the New England Patriots. Here comes Jamie Collins. This is not expecting a pass. That is so they can clog up the middle against Marshawn Lynch and create some opportunities for the other linebacker there, Dante Hightower, to come over and help make the tackle.
2nd and 8. A little over a minute into the 4th quarter. Lynch. Oh, he gets popped. Branches right there, former Seahawk, to make sure he goes nowhere. 3rd down.
Big old Vince Wilfork. You run in there at your own risk. Just going to make a play. Look at trying to block that guy. Squeezy's had a nice game, but anytime you see Vince Wilfork, contact, arms fully extended, that means he's totally under control in there and just stymied Marshawn Lynch.
Wilfork and Brady, the 2 remaining guys from their last Super Bowl championship team in 2004. 3rd and 7. Wilson with a ton of time, and then all of a sudden, here through the middle comes Rob Ninkovich. Found the crease, gets in there, big sack. Happy birthday to Ninkovich. He's 31 today.
Coverage sack here. Drell Rivas on the inside on Doug Baldwin. Maybe a chance there if that pressure really took a long time to materialize. You just wonder if Russell Wilson was probably looking on the outside there than Ninkovich, the old veteran. 8 sacks on the year for the 3rd straight year, and now the Patriots have got to get something going on the offensive side.
3 sacks for the Pats. Ryan's kick collected at the 18. Edelman, good run back out to the 33-yard line. Brady back to work. 12-10 left in the 4th. 24-14 Hawks.
Super Bowl 49 on NBC is brought to you by Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. By Bud Light, stay in the game and drink responsibly. By Dodge, here's to the next 100 years. And by T-Mobile, switch to the Data Strong network.
Back we come with New England having the ball at the 32-yard line. Brady's numbers right there. The 2 TDs tying him with Montana all-time with 11. 2 interceptions, and we're getting a little bit closer to serious crunch time.
No doubt about it, and for Tom Brady, it has been a week of distractions. He's had good moments in this game. He's made some big mistakes. Sure, it's been tough to focus this week.
2 full weeks. He starts from the 32. And he's going to get sacked. Everybody covered, and Bruce Irvin comes in to knock him down.
Coverage all over the field. Richard Sherman, who gave up the first pass of the game, and that has been it. Gronkowski, when he ended up in one-on-one coverage against KJ Wright, had a play, but just nowhere to throw the football.
8-yard sack. That's Seattle's first sack of the game. Patriots have 3. 2nd and 18. Slings it to the outside to Brandon LaFell. Not a lot of room. Sherman there. For Tom Brady, you know, I think it started out chronologically. He couldn't believe what the deal was the day after the Indianapolis game. Then he played a lot of defense the first week. Then they get here. He did that interview with Bob on Tuesday.
Which looked a little
right. He was all
uncertain.
over the place. But then he told you, as you look at Roger Goodell, he told you on Wednesday to your face.
I said, Tom, look me in the eye and tell me you couldn't have possibly said anything to a ball boy, an assistant coach, somebody in the organization that would lead them to believe that you wanted air let out of that football. And he said, absolutely not. He could not have been more emphatic.
3rd and 14, and Brady's going to step up, fire over the middle, and it is taken by Edelman. And Edelman was knocked down, even though hit by Chancellor. They're going to say that his knee touched, but the officials are going to spot the ball inside the 40-yard line.
What a great play here by Edelman. Chancellor hit him hard, and then the forearm looks to be down, so I think they're going to bring that one back.
I think the knee was down too.
Forearm, elbow, knee, we're going to get it all right there.
And now one official comes in and says, no, he's down. So they'll spot it at the 49, but that's still a first down, a gain of 21 on a 3rd and 14. So very big play for the Patriots, obviously. Clock ticking down to the 10-minute mark. First down at the 49.
You run a route across the middle against this defense, you do so at your own risk with Cam Chancellor in there.
Brady has to dump it to Vereen. He swings to the outside, skirts the sideline, close to a first down before he's thrust out. Late hit, flag on the play.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense number 29. They get out of bounds. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Earl Thomas.
Eddie played by Nate Solder here. Watch him set outside to invite Averill inside, which really sets the space for the screenplay on the outside to Shane Vereen.
And there's Thomas knocking him down to get help as well. Earl, number 29. Calling on him. Pats have it at the 27. Fake to Vereen. Brady going for 6. Knocked away. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver, and Tharold Simon, who came in for the injured Jeremy Lane early, and a guy they were picking on with the defense.
Fantastic play by Tharold Simon. Under so much pressure in this game, having to come in, having to deliver, gets his right hand on the ball just enough to feel a receiver on the outside. Great play. Sometimes, Al, in these big games, it's the guys you least expect, right?
Absolutely.
You've been playing that game all week. Who's going to be the surprise MVP?
Oh, Chris Matthews. We all knew that, didn't we? 2nd and 10. Vereen cuts it back, takes it to the 25. We go to Michelle.
Well, you mentioned how Jeremy Lane is out of this game, and now defensive end Chris Averill is out with a concussion. And remember, under the concussion protocol, the Madden rule prevents anyone diagnosed with a concussion from coming back out of the locker room. And even if they win this game, Al, Cliff Averill will not be able to talk to the media.
Thank you, Michelle. There he is. You saw the play on which he was hurt. Ball at the 25. Clearly, they're already in field goal range. They spread it out here. So at worst, they should, even with an incompletion, be able to make it a one-possession game. But Brady looking for more. Stepping up, 3rd and 8. Throws first down and more. Edelman takes the ball to the 3-yard line. It's going to have a first down and goal. And Edelman, bothered by a hip early in the game against Indianapolis, a little slow in getting up.
Which I think this is DeMarcus Dobbs, drops back in coverage, and Brady brilliantly just waits for him to get on the other side of the defensive lineman. Edelman, nice read, gets right across the backside there of Dobbs. Huge play.
Ball just inside the 5-yard line. 8:20 remaining in regulation. Edelman has now caught 24 passes in the 3 postseason games. Vereen is the back. The fake to him. Brady fires and incomplete. Edelman was backing up. Simon covering on the play. Incomplete, 2nd down.
Oh my goodness, what a move by Julian Edelman here. Watch this one. In, stop on a dime, back out, could not be more wide open, and Brady missed the throw. That's as open as you will ever get down on the goal line. No reason to hurry that one. That was game, set, and match. That was total victory for a wide receiver on the goal line.
Blunt is back in. The fake to him. Brady dances, throws, and it will be caught. Amendola for the touchdown. So New England goes from a 2nd and 18 after the first play on this drive to go 68 yards in 9 plays. And an extra point away from making it a 3-point game.
Danny Amendola is poor as the last throw was from Brady. This one's that good. He just has to work on the other side of Earl Thomas. He sees it, throw it to the right shoulder. No way Thomas can get there. Woo! This game is turning into something here.
We thought it would.
You never know. So did the odds makers, right?
Toss up. Just about. 5 catches for Amendola. The 48 yards. Gostowski for the extra point. Converted on a 3rd and 14 and a 3rd and 8 on that drive. Well, are we still up for a finish? A little less than 8 to go. It's a 3-point game. After the game, the Chevrolet postgame, the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy and the Super Bowl 49 MVP presented by Chevrolet, and Super Bowl 49 balloting is now open. Go to NFL.com/MVP or vote on your mobile device by texting MVP to 69635. Polls are open. But don't you dare vote just yet, right? Not you anyway, Chris.
Don't vote early.
No, don't.
There's a
or
lot of football here. We could be playing football all night tonight. Yeah. Even in overtime, they play until somebody wins.
Tom, with his 3 TDs tonight, has now passed Montana. All alone as the guy throwing the most in the history of this game. A dozen. Gostowski's kick. Will not be run back. 7:55 remaining in the fourth. Seattle trying to back-to-back with 2 Super Bowl wins. Up by 3. Have the ball. Back into this. Glendale, Arizona. Fourth quarter defense for these two teams. Seattle's last 8 games, counting the 2 postseason games. They've allowed 1 touchdown, 13 points. They went the last 6 regular season games without allowing a point in the fourth quarter. And then the Patriots, very similar, have not allowed a touchdown in their last 8 games, counting the 2 postseason games, just 4 field goals. Now tonight, New England has scored here in the fourth, and we'll see what Seattle can muster up as they start this drive from the 20-yard line. Wilson off play action, surveying, ton of time, and then the receiver falls down. Lockett looks around, he says, "Where's the flag? I got knocked down." There is no flag. Second down.
Well, it looked like Butler trips here. I don't know if they trip over each other's feet, but then he reaches out and basically trips the receiver. That should have been some sort of interference. That was definitely an intentional act. Got away with it.
He did. Second down and 10. Trips left. 3 receivers there. Lynch. He's always fighting. To the 25-yard line, gain of 5:35.
What makes Russell Wilson great? One, his escapability. Even when you think you completely have him under control, you don't have him under control. You've got him dead in your sights. You can't get a hand on him. And then the deep balls, high arcing throws, giving his receivers a chance. Those 2 components have been the difference here for the Seattle Seahawks so far. And as you get to this point in the game, Russell Wilson running the ball always becomes a big threat.
3rd and 5, Wilson sliding right and then throws that one out of bounds. Lynch going down the sideline and incomplete, so it's a very fast 3 and out, exactly what New England was looking for.
Well, Lynch is going to do a little out and then up, and really he was wide open. Jamie Collins came underneath that little pick, but like Marshawn Lynch just sort of hesitated and stopped. Didn't really believe he was going to throw it to him, I guess.
John Ryan, who's averaged 46 yards a punt. You see Amendola backing up as the short man. Points back to Amendola. He'll call for a fair catch and haul it into the 36-yard line with 6:52 remaining in regulation. Brady back, his club down by 3. Robert Kraft bought the team in the mid-90s, turned a mediocre franchise into a juggernaut. His teams have gone to 7 Super Bowls, including one with Bill Parcells. He's only hired 2 coaches. There's one of them. The other's on the other sideline. He inherited Parcells. There was Belichick with his defense. Of course, it's going to be a wild last 7 minutes for the Kraft family and all Patriot fans, and who knows what the next few weeks will hold. First things first. From the 36-yard line, Brady starts out of the gun. Vereen flanks him. Four-man rush. Brady dumps. One-handed grab by Vereen. Gain of 8 yards. Wright and Chancellor are there. It'll be second down and 2.
Tom Brady really wanted to go to Gronkowski. Basically, they can pick a side because these corners don't flip. He looked out there and thought better of throwing it over to Richard Sherman's side, and then got a brilliant catch from Vereen. It is Shane Vereen time in this game, and really that's when they were having success early, when they were working that Edelman-Vereen combination over the middle.
Second and 2. Brady to the outside. That's enough for a first down. There's Vereen. Chancellor makes the tackle. They moves the sticks. First down to the 48.
Well, that time Gronkowski knew it was man coverage, ran up the field, just made Cam Chancellor shuffle a little bit, and athletically, you like Vereen on Chancellor if you get that matchup. So we'll see if they come back to that.
As we go down the stretch, each team with its full complement of timeouts.
Chancellor one-on-one on Gronkowski.
Edelman out of the slot, send it to him, breaks a tackle, then another, takes the ball close to a first down. Julian Edelman, quarterback at Kent State. What a player, what a find this guy was. 7th round draft choice in 2009.
He's strong and he's athletic, but the thing that I appreciate more than anything about him, the guy shows up at the complex at 5 a.m. every day. Studies, catches extra balls on the jugs machine. He's made himself a great player in this league.
Under 5 minutes. Swing it out. Vereen, first down. Flag comes down. Vereen lost the ball, but he was down already. And we'll see about the call. Bill Vinovich reffing his first Super Bowl game. Only 8 accepted penalties in the game.
Pass interference. Offense number 11. Blocking downfield prior to the catch. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
So the call is on Edelman. It backs.
Actually,
might be on Amendola. He said 11,
I think
but
right
it's
here.
Amendola.
But here's what happened, Al. Because of the pressure, Brady had to lob that pass up over the top. So this is one of those design plays where you're going to go down the field and intentionally block, thinking that this pass is going to come out quickly. But because he had to lob it up, the blocking got there too soon, so it's pass interference.
Yeah, he just changed it. They did call it on Amendola. Bruce Irvin almost got a hand on it. So instead of 2nd and 1, it's 2nd and 11. We got Sherman on LaFell. They haven't gone Sherman's way. They're staying away from him, much as Aaron Rodgers did on opening night. Brady, then as he throws, caught by Gronkowski. And the big bull takes it to the 32-yard line.
They're rolling the dice here. They're putting their big safety, Cam Chancellor, on Gronkowski. Earlier they got burned with KJ Wright. You want to go man coverage, and I think a little bit because Shane Vereen's been effective coming out of the backfield. They've had to change up their secondary coverage a little bit, and right now Josh McDaniels got it going with this play calling.
Brady hung in under pressure. Ball to 32. Already within Gostowski's field goal range. Brady will swing it out. Vereen. And there's Richard Sherman, whose girlfriend is pregnant. She's due in about 2 weeks, but she's here. He's ready to go to the hospital in uniform if need be.
Yeah, and Richard was telling us that she said, you go play the Super Bowl. So don't worry about me. I've got all that set up if something gets accelerated here.
Look at that. Throwing that one time, once. Richard says, you know, it's everything I can do to keep from getting bored.
Well, I'm going to guarantee he's not bored right now.
2nd and 10. A little more than 4 to go. Brady fires, caught, first down, and again they go to Gronkowski out at the 20-yard line.
Al, here it is again. They're just telling Tom Brady, this is man coverage. He's off. He's inside. He's looking right at Gronkowski. Everybody in the building that knows anything about football knows that's man coverage. And 1,000% of the time now, they are going to throw it right there when they get that look.
Half a dozen catches for him. Now through the middle, big hole for Vereen, and he takes the ball to the 12-yard line. Bobby Wagner is there. You know, it's 3:20. You begin to think about using the clock. They're already in field goal range, but Seattle still has all of its timeouts. You still have the 2-minute warning. You're still going to have 4 opportunities to stop the clock.
This is about scoring a touchdown.
Correct.
Right here. This is
any way you can.
no
at
clock
any time
management.
Not yet. Not yet. 3 minutes to go. 2nd and 3. Brady to the outside, caught, and that's LaFell before he steps out of bounds. He is out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and that makes it 1st and goal with 2:52 on the clock.
Now they finally come out of that man coverage and go a zone, but they were really lucky that LaFell on that one couldn't get himself under control, because I think he would have scored.
71 is reported as eligible. 7-1 is an eligible receiver.
You hear the announcement. Fleming comes in to tackle as an eligible receiver. 71. Earl Thomas play in the middle. Brady looking at the clock. Brady says, I'll take a timeout. Play clock was all the way down to 2. Tom will go to the sideline.
First charge, timeout.
Tom Brady tonight has put it up 49 times. The 36 completions is a Super Bowl record. Crazy 2 weeks. Great game. Who knows what the immediate future will hold?
You know, I think everybody, we know the ramifications of what Ted Wells' investigation is going to be. Somebody is going to come out of this with egg on their face. Either the Patriots, league office, the people that have accused the Patriots, all that stuff's in play. But isn't it glorious just for these 3 or 4 hours here that you can just enjoy a football game?
Well, as the old coach John Madden always said, you know, a game breaks out.
Yeah,
and it broke out tonight.
But it is going to be big in the following month.
Again, Fleming, an eligible receiver. Number 71, 1st and goal. The ball at the 6. Devlin, the fullback. Blunt is the running back. Blunt powering his way to the 3-yard line. Stop there, gain of 3, 2nd down and goal.
Well, they're going to try and load up and go with the big power runner, even though it's basically been Vereen and the matchup problems that he has created that's gotten him down the field here.
Under 2.5. Blunt out. Vereen in. Second and goal. Brady caught. Touchdown. Julian Edelman.
Came back to it, Al. They came right back to it. Down, back out, worked brilliantly before. Brady missed the pass, come right back to it, and Edelman gets it done. No push off, no foul, no nothing, and Tom Brady takes him right down the field.
And there again, they go to work on Thorold Simon, who took the place of the injured Jeremy Lane. They picked on him early. He got his feet under him, played well for about a 1.5 quarters. They go back that way again and burn him. Gostowski for the extra point. And that makes it a 4-point lead. Meaning Seattle's going to need a touchdown. Last 2 New England drives. 9 plays for 68. 10 plays for 64. And the Kraft family, Robert and Jonathan. I've seen a few exciting games. Again, you've got a close game. Every Super Bowl that New England's played in since Belichick and Brady took over has been decided by 4 or less. Russell Wilson's been here before. Heck, he was down 16-0 2 weeks ago.
I can't help but think of what Russell Wilson told us. He said the minute I pulled that trophy down, I held it up in the air and I pulled it down and I started thinking about the next one. I started thinking about the next Super Bowl opportunity. He said he wanted 6. He grew up remembering Michael Jordan holding up 6 fingers. He said, I'm looking for 6. The second one is going to be on his shoulders with 2 minutes to go.
So 2:02. If the kickoff is a touchback, they're going to get a play before the 2-minute warning. Otherwise, the clock's going to stop. They have all of their timeouts. And Pistowski will send that one deep into the night. So they will get one playoff before the 2-minute warning. That'll stop the clock, and they'll preserve their 3 timeouts. Patriots overcoming a 10-point deficit. Again, we go back to Brady telling us yesterday there would not be a game I would want to win more than this one. Lynch gets flanked out. The empty backfield. Wilson down the sideline. Lynch makes the catch. And he'll get tackled by Jamie Collins, but that's a big gain, taking us to the 2-minute warning. They still have their 3 timeouts. That's a gain of 31 yards. Puts the ball in Patriot territory. Fantastic finish coming up in Super Bowl 49.
What a call that was by Darrell Bevel. Russell Wilson saw Marshawn Lynch one-on-one against the linebacker Jamie Collins slant and go to a running back. That is confidence in the ability of not just Russell Wilson, but Marshawn Lynch, and a trust with the season on the line. Brilliant call, brilliant throw, and now they're at midfield. Could this game be any better?
20 left, too. 155. That was Lynch's first catch of the game. They blitz. Wilson fires, and that's incomplete. Intended for Curse. Looks around for a flag. Gets done. Malcolm Butler, the rookie out of West Alabama, a free agent with the defense.
Can you imagine what this rookie's thinking? And he could not have played this better. Perfect position. Going to come, jump inside, knock it away. Brilliant play.
From the 49. 2nd and 10. Play clock at 1, and now Wilson has to take a timeout. So they have 3, so he takes one here. Play clock was all the way down.
First charge timeout. Seattle. 30-second timeout.
You know what's interesting? This Chris Matthews, who's had the unbelievable game, because teams work on packages of plays, and so when you get in the 2-minute offense, they've practiced with the guys that they have in there, Baldwin and Lockett and Curse, and so he hasn't been a part of this, you know, and yet if you've watched the game, you know he's the one that sort of broke it open.
Sure. Now he's coming in. He'll be a part of this next play here on 2nd down and 10. Matthews has got 4 for 109 yards and a touchdown. 2nd and 10. 2 timeouts now left for the Seahawks. Key guys on the field. Wilson, the tight end, has not caught a pass in this game. Deep drop. Ton of time. Going for it all. Knocked away. Browner is back there. There was Matthews, and Brandon Browner, who was a Seahawk last year but was suspended at the end of the season and had to watch the Super Bowl. Has a ring and then left for New England in free agency.
Going to go right up the seam here. The Patriots came with a 3-man rush, and they made this switch early. And I think for Matt Patricia, it's been a good one. The jump balls now that you have a 6'4" cornerback are a little more fair, a little more favorable for the Patriots.
3rd and 10. Flank Lynch again. Wilson hangs in there, throws. That's caught. That's going to be a first down. 38-yard line, Ricardo Lockett. And now they'll hustle up to the line of scrimmage, preserving the timeouts. Under a minute and a half to go.
Well, we've seen when Logan Ryan has been in the game, the play right before the half, and now they're coming back to him. Lockett's a guy with brilliant speed, so Ryan has to be careful.
Russell in the pocket. Russell for Curse, and that's broken up again. And is it? But somehow, did he wind up with a football?
I think Butler hit it, and it fell right back down to the ground. Unbelievable. That's exactly what happened, isn't it?
Well, Curse goes for it. It's still not on the ground. It's still not on the ground. It's still, well, look at that.
Oh, my, I can't believe he didn't get up and get in the end zone in time.
And then Butler takes him out. So he breaks up the play. But at the end of the day, look at that. Does a juggling act. Has it at the 5, 1st and goal, 33 yards. And now, by the time they get down there, the play clock has run out again.
Second charge timeout.
And Seattle takes a timeout.
Seattle.
Crazy.
How many different plays are the Patriots going to have like this? Yeah. Mario Manningham, David Tyree.
Right.
And now a Curse.
This was where Tyree had the helmet catch. This was the scene of the crime for New England.
And Tom Brady had that look on his face like, you got to be kidding me, not again.
Here you go back to Super Bowl 42. Tyree makes the catch. Our buddy Rodney Harrison had a bird's eye view. Plexico Burress winds up with the touchdown to win the game and end what would have been a perfect season for the Patriots. They were 18-0 coming in.
You know, Al, you play 16 games, couple of playoff games, and it comes down to one tip ball that falls on the ground to somebody who's lying on his back.
Paul Allen has seen it all, but not that. Look at that.
But they're not in yet.
And there's Deron Harmon, who comes over the top. He had a chance to maybe kick it away. Curse comes up with it. Amazing, the ball at the 5.
Now you have to stop Marshawn Lynch.
Here he goes, beast mode to the half-yard line. And now New England has to think about taking a timeout.
Boy, the last time we called a Super Bowl, Al, remember?
Ahmad Bradshaw.
Do you let them score?
Yep.
Do you put the ball back in the hands of Tom Brady? And I guarantee you, Bill Belichick is sitting here thinking about it right now.
It's on his mind. It has to be. Do you bleed the clock all the way down? They're bleeding it right down to half a minute. 2nd and goal. Baldwin sets up on the left. Play clock at 5. Pass is intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler. Unreal. Malcolm Butler, who almost made the phenomenal play that wound up in Curse's arms. There are flags on the field for a celebration. Amazing. Butler, a rookie free agent out of West Alabama.
They tried a pick play, Al. They tried to go here, but he beats them to the punch. And I'm sorry, but I can't believe the call.
Me neither.
I cannot believe the call. You've got Marshawn Lynch in the backfield. You've got a guy that's been borderline unstoppable in this part of the field. I can't believe the call.
And there is Brady. As demonstrative as ever, and Richard Sherman going, what? I agree with you. I mean, why make that call? You're down on the half-yard line.
unsportsmanlike conduct against the New England bench after the interception. The penalty would be half the distance of the goal. New England keeps the ball. First down.
Well, it's half the distance of the goal, which is next to nothing. And now Seattle had to use 2 timeouts, so they can only stop the clock once. And barring complete insanity, and I mean complete,
I don't
it's going to be
believe
a win for the Patriots.
I'm sitting here, and I absolutely cannot believe that play call. If I lose the Super Bowl because Marshawn Lynch can't get it in from the 1-yard line, so be it. So be it. But there is no way. I don't believe the call. You know, you think you got it. You think you understand. Other team practices too.
Now barring a fumbled snap. Well, let's see. Brady's got to be able to get the ball out of the end zone. Otherwise, it would be 2 points, and they'd have to have a free kick from the 20. That's Seattle's first turnover of the game.
New England.
We'll figure out a way. Well, Brady's so good at the sneak. Just take it and start plowing forward. Just make sure you don't wind up with the ball in the end zone.
So you got the pick play, all right. It's you think you're going to have it. You think, but why? How about Malcolm Butler? Gives up the fluke play down the field. Looks like he's going to be partly responsible and makes an incredible play. You got to get it out of here, though.
Yep.
And Belichick would say, make sure these guys fire off. Look at everybody inside.
Seattle ready to jump up now. Of all things, if they jumped off and weren't drawn, that'll take them to the 6-yard line, but the officials will confer.
Michael Bennett jumps off sides more than anybody else 10 times this year, and in this critical last chance moment, he does again.
Unless he was drawn.
Encroachment.
And he wasn't.
Defense number 72. 5-yard penalty. Go first down.
Give Brady credit. He just drew them. They were going total scrum in behind. And Bill Belichick knows after all the heartbreak, we saw it, Al. Tyree, Mario Manningham, fluky plays. This time, after all the stuff of these 2 weeks.
And then a scrum, of course. Here you go, flags. So you'll have an ugly ending to what was a pretty terrific ball game. Well, a lot of frustration out there. And the guys in blue.
You know, from Seattle's standpoint, whatever. From New England's standpoint, you're 18 seconds away from a Super Bowl championship. You don't throw a punch at anybody here. Gronkowski takes a shot from Bennett, who I'm sure is frustrated. Then Gronkowski throws one back, and here we go. Every once in a while in the NFL, you think you've seen it all.
No, you haven't.
I will never get over throwing the ball in that situation.
Timeout. Seattle.
Neither will
30-second timeout. After the play,
Seahawk fans.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Instigator number 51 has been ejected. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
That is Bruce Irvin. You know, think about Butler. This kid is a free agent. Played at a smaller school. He's from Vicksburg, Mississippi. Played at West Alabama. Pat signed him last May. Transferred from Hines, Mississippi Community College. Super Bowl hero.
And Al, you could tell he had done his homework. He saw the pick play coming. The minute his receiver came inside, he fired. If there was anything else on, he wasn't going to get there. He was going to give up the game-winning touchdown. But he did his homework, and he fired his shot and made the play of the year.
So the Patriots on the cusp of making it 4 in the 21st century. Belichick's already taken the shower. His team down by 10 in the fourth quarter. Bob Kraft and Jonathan Kraft are already down there. And one kneel down should end the game. What a journey. Well, the sky was falling in early October. There's a lot of bright sunshine right now in Foxborough and all over New England. And after the wackiest lead-up to a Super Bowl ever, the New England Patriots are the NFL champions.
Give them room, guys. Give them room. Give them room.
A lot of respect between those two.
Let's go to Michelle.
Well, guys, I'm running now with Malcolm Butler. We had him in front of a camera, and we'll get him again. Malcolm, I just saw Matt Patricia, the defensive coordinator, hug you, and you broke into tears. What happened on that play?
I just had a vision that I was going to make a big play, and it came true, and I'm just blessed. And I can't explain it right now.
Can you imagine being a rookie and with this team looking like they're on the precipice of scoring the winning touchdown, and there you are? Can you describe what's going through your mind?
Well, first of all, I just knew they were stacked, and preparation it all comes from preparation, and I just knew they was doing a pick right or coming under, and I just didn't guess and just went and made a play, and it was crazy, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Al.
All right, thank you, Michelle. You know, you think about, you've got Darrell Revis on one side, as good as it gets at the corner. You got Brandon Browner on the other side, and then you go to the other guys like Malcolm Butler, a rookie, Brady and Belichick, and they have certainly burnished their legacy for the moment in this Super Bowl. 4 for them in their 6 Super Bowls since 2001. Well, what an ending. Looks like it'll be busted up, but then Kearse comes down with it. Seattle with a golden opportunity to score. Snap coming with a little more than 20 seconds remaining. Then the pick, and New England will wear the ring. Coming up, it's the Chevrolet postgame report. We will have the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to New England. The first time they have accepted it in a decade. There was Pete Carroll at the end of the game. Super Bowl 49 MVP. Presented by Chevrolet. All coming up on the other side of this break.
Welcome to the Chevy Colorado post-game.
There is the scene, roof open, University of Phoenix Stadium, 28-24. Seattle had a 10-point lead, 24-14. We mentioned it a couple of times about how much this game under these circumstances after the last fortnight meant to that man and his legacy. You know, I tell you what, one of the things we love about this game, you got the superstars, you got Wilson, you got Brady, you got Gronkowski, you got Lynch, you got Blunt. You get Chris Matthews, who never made a catch, making 4, having a phenomenal day. He would have been an MVP candidate. Malcolm Butler, free agent out of West Alabama, makes the play that wins the Super Bowl.
Can you think of any other athlete in a similar situation? Basically, his integrity under fire for 2 weeks, as they so often do, as they did after Spygate, as they did earlier this season. They rally around each other, and come up with a Super Bowl championship. Where it goes from here, what happens with Ted Wells' investigation, nobody knows.
Well,
but on this night,
right,
Brady, Belichick, Gronkowski got it done.
If there's anything nefarious, it will be a very complicated legacy. Of course, here's the way that last drive began to unwind or wind down with Butler right there, Curse somehow, some way making a he did what type of catch. And then, as you say, Chris, and it's tough to believe that play call with where they were, with Marshawn Lynch, with the timeout, with trying to take all the time off the clock. They had it all, and then you throw that slant, and Butler makes the pick. Crazy. Let's go to Michelle.
Robert Kraft, 21 years owning this team, your 4th Super Bowl championship. Congratulations. It's been a wild couple of weeks leading up to this game. How have those unusual circumstances impacted the emotions you're feeling right now?
You know, every year, if you're privileged to get to this game, hard things happen. Your team's mental toughness. I'm so proud of Brady and Belichick for handling everything the way they did. I love them, and all our Patriot fans should feel very good.
Questions regarding air pressure in the footballs in the AFC Championship game, and some are going to question, because of that, this team's accomplishments. What would you say to those people?
Well, we won that game 45-7. We won today 28-24. Our people didn't touch the balls. I love our team. I'm proud of our guys. And we're going to carry on and hopefully continue to do well.
Congratulations again, Robert.
Thank you very much.
Well, Chris, I know one thing. Off the field, you're from hell for the NFL. But on the field, I mean, the product is still what gets people to watch, and the ratings are so high. And it's football. Crazy. The Gatorade Shower. And coming up next, the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy Super Bowl MVP, Stars of the Game. After these messages. Stick around. All of the presentations next.
Tonight's postgame is brought to you by the all-new Chevy Colorado, Motor Trend's 2015 Truck of the Year.
The wild scene continues following our coverage here. Stay tuned for a special Super Bowl edition of The Blacklist next on NBC. A whole season of The Blacklist couldn't have more twists and turns than this game did. Time now for the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy. And so here is the public address announcer, Scott Graham.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is one of only 3 quarterbacks to start with 2 different teams in the Super Bowl. Please welcome the MVP of Super Bowl 34, where he threw for 2 touchdowns and a Super Bowl record 414 passing yards, Kurt Warner, and the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
here to present the Vince Lombardi Trophy to the world champion New England Patriots, the commissioner of the National Football League, Roger Goodell.
Wow, what a night. Congratulations to both teams, but in particular, congratulations to the Patriots and their fans. Robert, Jonathan, Coach Belichick, and your organization, this is now 4 Super Bowl champions in 14 years. Incredible record. Congratulations. The Lombardi Trophy is going back to New England.
Now, I know you said when you came up on the podium, can I have 20 seconds at least? You've earned more than that, Mr. Kraft.
Thank you, Dan. You know, to all the Patriot fans out there, wherever you are, this is our 4th Super Bowl championship in the last 14 years. The first one we won, I thought, was pretty special because it happened at a unique time in our country when it meant a lot. I never thought another trophy could feel as special, but this one absolutely does. And every true Patriot fan understands it. I want to thank the great coaching staff, the players, because we are all Patriots. And tonight, once again, the Patriots are world champions.
Thank you, Mr. Kraft. If we could bring up Coach Belichick. Did you ever think you were going to get your hands on another one of those, Coach?
Sure did with these guys. We got a great team. We got a lot of great players. They played well again tonight. I thought I would.
You're down 10 entering the 4th quarter. How concerned were you?
Maybe not as concerned as we were when we were down 14 against Baltimore. We got a good football team, and these guys fight you for 60 minutes. I'm so proud of all these players. I love these guys.
What about the play call by Russell Wilson, the pass play at the goal line? What were you expecting?
You know, they're goal line plays, so that doesn't surprise me.
Did you expect Marshawn Lynch and just hope that if he did throw, you were in the right defense?
Well, they do a lot of things down there. We had to be ready for everything.
Well, congratulations, Coach. Let's bring in Tom Brady, who's the MVP of Super Bowl 49. Tom, I'll ask you the same question I asked Coach Belichick. You're down 10 entering the 4th quarter. What are you thinking?
It wasn't the way we drew it up. Certainly throwing a couple picks didn't help, but it was a great, lot of mental toughness. Our team's had it all year, and we never doubted each other, so that's what it took. That was a great football team we beat, and I'm just so happy for our team.
What surprised you about Seattle's defense?
Well, we knew they were a great defense. They take advantage of a lot of bad offensive football, and you know, for the most part, we played pretty good. Our defense, I mean, what can you say about them making the play at the end of the game? That was incredible. So it was a great team win.
Well, you're named MVP, and you can see your truck over there in Patriot Red. On behalf of Chevrolet, we proudly present you with the all-new Chevy Colorado Motor Trend's 2015 Truck of the Year. Chevrolet congratulates Tom Brady on winning the MVP. There's the keys, Tom. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. I want to thank my family and all my friends who supported me, all my teammates. I love you guys. This is for you guys.
How obsessed were you to get the 4th title?
Well, it's been a long journey. I mean, I've been at it for 15 years, and we've had a couple of tough losses in this game, and this one came down to the end, and this time we made the plays.
When Kearse made that catch, did you think, here we go with another David Tyree moment?
I couldn't believe it. I looked at it and saw it, and then I thought, man, we better be ready to go back out on the field for another drive. But Malcolm, what a play. I mean, for a rookie to make a play like that in a Super Bowl and win us the game, it was unbelievable.
Congratulations, Tom. Let's bring in Julian Edelman and Rob Gronkowski. Hey, Rob.
What's up?
How's that feel again?
It feels unbelievable.
Any doubts in this game that you're looking at the clock?
No doubts at all. We just take one play at a time, one drive at a time, and we stuck together as a team, and it was just an unbelievable team win. Everyone contributed. Everyone on the team's the man.
Did you forget what that feeling was like?
I never had this feeling before, so this is an unbelievable feeling. I'm blessed with this feeling. It's just unbelievable to be on this team.
What about that Seattle defense?
They're very good, and we just went out there and we played our game, and we played very well.
Congratulations, Gronk.
Thank you. Pats Nation, baby! Woo!
Bring in Julian Edelman. How's that feel?
We're bringing this thing back to Foxborough. Feels unbelievable.
What was the game plan against this Seattle defense? It looked like it was changing. Coach Belichick making alterations there throughout the game.
They're a team that does what they do. They're confident in what they do. They're a great team. We got nothing but respect for them. But we made more plays. We executed when we had to. We have a mentally tough team that works their tails off, and it's the epitome of what Boston's all about.
Well, congratulations, Julian. The world champion New England Patriots. Back up to you, Bob.
All right, Dan, it is so loud in here that the four of us barely heard your conversations with the various stars. So many incredible things in this game, so many historic things. Brady joins Montana as the only three-time Super Bowl MVPs. He joins Montana and Bradshaw as the only quarterbacks to win 4 Super Bowls. Belichick joins Chuck Noll as the only coach to win 4 Super Bowls. But all of that, at least in the immediate aftermath, secondary. Let's start with you, John. What about the call at the goal line? They had a timeout left. They have Marshawn Lynch. They put the ball in the air.
That's a tough decision. You got to think about running the ball there without doubt. They have a timeout left. They have a chance to run the ball there.
But what happens when you play against the Patriots, you try to outsmart yourself and think you have to do something that you normally don't do. You can't tell me one defense in the National Football League that can keep Marshawn Lynch from getting 1 yard, Coach.
Yeah, on 1st and goal at the 5, he runs 4 yards, almost scores there. You have to give him the ball again on 2nd and 1.
He's your very best player. You have to run the ball, Bob. No excuses for that.
You're going to get 2 cracks at it, at least.
With
You're
a timeout left, yes, you got to see if he can score there.
And by the way, subplot, Malcolm Butler, rookie out of West Alabama, only rookie, an undrafted free agent, only player from that school ever to make it to a Super Bowl, winds up with the pick, winds up being one of the heroes. Much more still to come from Arizona.